It's the bit, episode 3 minus 1. What's up, brother? Connor, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? How is? How are you?
Woo! I'm doing so good, brother. I appreciate you asking. It's crazy and unprofessional that you showed up drunk, but that's all right. No judgment for me.
You would think I was drunk, but I can't speak. If you could imagine,
You're doing so good. I'll tell you what, you're doing really, really good.
that's a
I
great
like I
start.
like what we got going on. I'll tell you what else. That
Yeah.
perfectly encapsulates the energy I have in my heart right now. I'm gonna come in here, bees in my tummy. I'm gonna
Oh
come
yeah.
in a little buzzing right now,
Oh yeah. Your
if you
big
wouldn't
buzz balls.
mind. Yeah,
Hit me.
brother. There's bees in the trap, and it's me. I can tell him something though. Everybody, correct Nikki. I got shit to say.
Hey, you know what? I have some shit to say today. I got shit to say. I
Yeah,
got
and I
stuff
think
to
we
talk
overlap a
about.
little.
Yeah, no, we have some shit to say. We also have a lot of overlapping shit to say. I
Eh?
also have some unhinged shit to say, by the way. Some crazy shit.
I love Unhinged.
So hit me with your best shot.
Yeah, brother, I'm gonna pop up. Well, I have a different thing that is not unhinged, and also
Oh,
not the
okay,
shared
sure.
thing. It's a different thing,
Sure,
but
sure,
later. But
sure.
I won't forget. But like later, it's like small, but it's like not. We started too strong for it to be that. I have to like go. You know what I mean? I gotta start with the strong stuff because I came in real hot on that one. But
Sure.
yo, dog, I've been a streamer for a long time. Don't look at my analytics because they wouldn't suggest that, but it's true. And I'll tell you what, I've made a lot of content over the years. I've made a lot of content, brother.
You and me both.
And you know what I just had to do yesterday? You know what I just did?
Oh, yeah. Hit
I
us.
just
Hit us.
deleted like 400 hours of saved highlighted material because Twitch was like, hey, guess what, fuck ass? You're not allowed to have saved stuff unless it's sorry, baby boy. You get 100 hours total, and if you go over 100 hours, you can't save more highlights, idiot.
So
So
you and I are a little different, right? I always go into it assuming Twitch is gonna fuck me over in some way or another. No, sorry, Gaben, whatever your name is. I just assume you're gonna fuck
Gaben?
us.
Whoa, let's not throw Steam under the bus. Jesus.
Oh, is it Gaben Steve?
No,
What's the
Gabe
CEO
Newell
of Twitch?
from Steam?
No, the CEO of Twitch.
Oh,
Isn't his name like Gaben or
Andy
something?
Jackass. Yeah, Andy
Andy?
Jassy.
Oh, Andy. Yeah, sorry, Andy. No, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I just assume
Dude, please throw
at
him.
every juncture, Twitch is going to try to like screw me. So I have over the years pulled all my highlights off Twitch,
Yeah,
and
wise,
I
smart.
have them in like a vault. So I
Yeah.
have I think I told you about this too. So I'm doing like old
Wait, the
highlights
illegal
like
thing?
from no. The illegal
Oh.
thing? Hello? Excuse me?
What?
No. So I'm taking old highlights and I'm throwing them on YouTube. And I'm
Yeah.
like unlocking them as like hidden kind of like videos for like subs, as like to give subs
Right.
another form of like, oh, you also get this, right?
Yeah. I
And
almost did something similar. It was close. I thought about it.
and it's not anything crazy. It's not like I'm not like no spicy content, you know what I mean? No, nothing crazy, just like
Yet.
funny yet, exactly. Nothing like super crazy, but it's just something to add on to like what the Twitch sub is. Like you also get this, and this content doesn't have anywhere to live because Twitch obviously will get rid of it. And I've had Twitch also before this was even posted. I was talking about this with Sully the other day. I've had Twitch delete highlights.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were in the streams when we did last year. I did all of the like major game conferences. They deleted like half of them. I don't have them anymore.
That's crazy.
And this was before the rule.
You could get them.
No, not before I could get them. I just didn't think they were going to delete them. And they like I hopped in, and then like months later, I was looking for. I'm like, where the hell are my highlights? Deleted,
that's crazy.
gone. I have no. If I told you I did that, and you were like, oh yeah, post like your reactions to it. They don't exist, brother, because Twitch deleted them.
That's crazy.
So after they did that, I fucking downloaded everything I had, which wasn't as much as yours. Maybe like mine was like 50 gigs worth, so not crazy amounts. Because I do
don't
most
know the size. I know the time.
Most of mine, because you if you go to your video planner thing, it actually shows you how much space that you're using of their new thing. And it has like a, hey, you're about to reach your limit or whatever. And then they start deleting stuff.
Wait,
right?
but the limit's time.
No, it's like
you're limited to 100
hours. 100 hours of, not 100 hours of like it being around 100 hours, 100 hours of video content.
Yeah.
But I use gigs instead of
hours of.
I used gigs instead of hours.
Oh, you thought it was like a size thing.
So like no. I it was 50 hours. I just, instead of using hours, I used gigs instead. It was like a little.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have it up in front of me right now.
Got it.
But I had like 50 hours worth of like, highlight shit. So I just pulled all that off because I mostly do clips anyway, right? So like I don't really, and like they're not touching clips like yet, like they said. So I'm not worried about it. Also, though, I have a vault of clips. So fuck with me, Twitch. I don't care. Take all my clips away. I have a vault, bitch.
Brother.
You know what I mean?
Imagine a world where because I don't know if I'm going to, let me tell you a little story.
Sure.
Let me tell you a little story right now. This ties in, I promise. When I was like 9, okay? The throwback story. When I was like 9, I got Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Color.
Sure.
Okay? And I played that game all the time. And I had like so my room had bunk beds growing up for me and my sister, and I had the bottom bunk because I was the favorite. And then also I would take the like blankets and I would like stuff them in the little rungs around the edges, so like princess bed style, but they were like opaque blankets, so it was like a little tent, so I was like a little caved up, you know what I mean? Because I'm a little cave guy. And then I would get I had the blue, like one of those ice blue worm lights that plug into the side of your Game Boy Color. It'll, with the little
I remember
light.
those.
And it was,
I had one of those.
Yeah. So I'd just be like, Mom would be like, okay, go to bed, otherwise you won't wake up for the morning. And I'm like, okay. And then I'd be over here like playing Pokemon Red on my Game Boy until like who cares o'clock, billion o'clock, with no batteries, by the way, because I got one of those like a little wall adapter, the AC wall adapter for the Game Boy Color. I would plug that thing on the bottom. I didn't even have the battery cover for the Game Boy Color. I don't even know where it went. I got no batteries, but I plugged that into the wall. Bam, and I'm just playing Wormlight Pokemon Red for like a long time. I promise this ties in. So there I am playing that game for I don't even know how many hours, because the clock stopped counting up at 999 hours, 999 minutes, 9999 straight nines. Like it stopped counting. So I don't know how much playtime I had. But I do remember my very first Pokemon was a Squirtle nicknamed Killer, and I loved that little guy. And then one day, I learned the Missing No glitch, where you could surf on Cinnabar Island and catch Pokemon that were called Missing No, and they were the dumb Glitchymon. And sometimes the Pokemon, it would be like a level 250 Golbat or whatever, you know what I mean? Like a level 148 Snorlax, like way too strong, way too like Glitchmon.
Sure.
And sometimes they would cause your game to break. They would be glitchy, and it would cause the file in your save to delete itself. And it deleted. And all of my Pokemon were gone. Thanos snapped, but not half, all.
So I didn't have Glitchmon. I did have a cousin that deleted all my stuff on accident. She wanted to play, but she didn't understand. Too young at the time.
So she hit new game and then saved?
Because, not a gamer girl. She's like, I want to play. I'm like, sure, whatever, play this. Like, I thought she was just going to run around, kill stuff. No, she ran around and killed my save.
Yeah.
And I'm a
audio
kid,
listeners,
so like,
I'm pulling my eyes out of their sockets. That's crazy.
No, it was very tough to handle as a child. Losing all of my beautiful Pixelmons that I have collected, and it wasn't anything crazy. I didn't have any like shinies or anything. But just like, I was trying to be a fucking Pokemon champion. I was trying to be him, and she took that away from me.
Yeah, brother. I hear you. I get it. And you know what? My cousin did that to me on Super Mario World. I don't know if you guys know, if audio listeners and video listeners, I don't know if you guys know this was Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo from 1991. When you beat that game, the game's not over. To like perfect the game or whatever, you have to not just beat every stage and every boss, but like you can fly under some goalposts and there's a second goalpost behind the first one. You have to hit both. Or like there'll be like a second exit to a level and you have to get both. And if you get every exit, they put like a little gold star on your account, on your save file. It says like 96 with a little gold star. And like my cousin Laura did that. She like saved over that and deleted it. So it was like, it was 96 and a star for a long time. And then she came over to play and it was like 03. And I was like, 3 stages? Bitch, what? Like,
you know what's worse?
I was tilted.
You know what's worse? You know what makes it even worse? Like diabolically worse?
Yo.
She takes Bulbasaur as a starter.
Okay.
And she names him Dude. So I just have a fucking Bulbasaur named Dude.
That sucks.
Let me tell you, when I hit the quickest delete on that shit and restarted again for the second time, that was tough.
Yeah.
It was a bit tough.
But the reason I tell you this story.
Sure, hit me.
Was to tell you that I was sad as hell. I cried about that. And I learned real early about the impermanence of all things.
This is facts, yes.
Yeah, the impermanence. Can't recover it. Can't go back, Bob. It's over.
True.
If it's gone, it's gone. And I'll tell you what else. That same kind of thing has happened to me a few times. Various saves getting lost or games getting, stolen or misplaced or whatever it is. Memory cards dying on the GameCube and all this blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
And as a result, I've had a long time to brace myself for that impermanence of data.
Sure.
And I don't know if you recall, we had one of those before this on Twitch. We had the DMCA wave.
Ooh. Yes. The DMCA
strikes. Wave. Mm-hmm. Where we had to delete all of our clips that might have music in them.
Yeah, true. That did happen.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I had like way too many clips to do that with.
Yeah.
Because if you have a clip can be like a minute long or less.
Sure.
But it could be up to a minute. And they wanted us to go through all those clips and like get rid of them. There was like a date. I don't know if you remember. They were like, hey, you have to clean it up before this date. Mm-hmm. And it was only like 4 days. And a bunch of people already were catching strikes anyway. So it kind of felt like the pressure was on. Mm-hmm. I had like 6,000 clips.
Yeah.
I don't have 6,000 minutes to watch these clips one at a time. You know what I mean? So
Are they all gone? Are they all
every one
lost
of them.
Media?
That's right. I just had to hit the button because like I don't have the time to go through all that stuff. I can't do that.
So growing up, I did a lot of oddly enough, funnily enough, I did a podcast when I was in middle school with like a fan game community for a game called Dot Hack. I did that.
I know Dot Hack.
A community of like 600, 700 people.
Yeah, it's like Sword Art Online before Sword Art Online, right?
Yeah, it was like the OG, the primordial Sword Art Online before all of that shit popped off.
Like Monster Rancher type beat.
PlayStation 2 was the first. Was a quadrilogy of games. Is a quadrilogy the right word? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Quadrilogy, yeah. So they did like a quad game, and then what was really cool about Dot Hack was, not only did they come with the game, but they had an anime disc that came with it that showed you the events in real time, what happened outside the game while you're playing. So it's like, because you're playing, because like Dot Hack, the premise is like, we played the game, but like the virus, like it killed someone and now they're in a coma. It was basically Sword Art Online ripped that shit for real.
Oh, wow.
Player so it was dies also by a virus monster. Virus monster puts him in a coma.
Okay,
so
got it.
The anime disc would show the events in like kind of like a news reportery way of like something strikes the game, the world, blah, 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 blah. And it was really cool because like you're seeing the characters talk about these events and then you're seeing like the real time, what like the real world would have been talking about, right? Kind of cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get you.
Yeah. It was like a companion
little
anime.
Alternate perspective.
Yes, it was interesting as fuck. Anyway, so I did that for a while. And then I lost all that like data. That data's gone. I have though the original recordings. Some of which are like I found them. I reconnected with a friend who was like, "Hey, you might like this." And I was like, "What is this?" And it's like season 1 through 4 of the Dot Hack podcast, whatever. Like, I have all that stuff. And I was talking about Lost Media because when I was in high school and middle school, I did a lot of programming classes. I did a lot of web design classes. And one thing they always talked about was always have data parity. Always have your data one area and another area. Because if that one area dies, you want that data on something else.
I thought you said parity. You said parity with a T.
Parity.
I thought you were saying making fun of stuff, like a parody of data.
Parody.
Like, nope,
it probably
sense.
Did not mean to add the T there. It's probably just...
No, it is supposed to be a T. I misheard. You're doing great.
Parity. No. I'm congested a little bit, so my D's and T's are kind of like...
Well,
I'm dyslexic. Anyway.
My ears are bad, so it's fine.
I probably did say parody, to be fair.
No, my fault. It's my fault.
No, it's not me. It's not me because it's going to be in the recording, and then everyone's going to hear me fuck up, and then you.
No, I don't. I don't think so.
They're going to hear it now.
No, I don't think so.
I'm done. I'm out. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so parody is key. Parity, whatever. Fuck it.
Parakeets.
Yep. Anyway, have your data multiple places. So I have, in my adult years, tried to do that so I don't lose stuff like that. Because think about how many Minecraft servers we had growing up. Think of like all these things. Like, I don't know about you, but me and my friends built fucking like, we had towns and shit that just don't exist anymore. They're gone. No one has them. Data gone. So looking back on it, I'm like, I want to make sure everything exists in two places because the same thing happened in you were talking about your game save, stuff like that. I was talking about it. That is this new generation's TikTok. Like everyone's TikToks, what were they doing whenever TikTok is banned and you can't access your content anymore?
Yeah.
Where like for some people, that's their whole career on TikTok. Then if that app gets banned, where's all your content? You have none if you didn't save anything somewhere else. And then a lot of these Zoomers, they edit on their phones with like Opus Clip or whatever, like all these different AI clip projects and shit. So it's like they might not even have like the data somewhere else. I was going to say the word and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say the word. I'm just going to say data somewhere else.
I'm so sorry. I've given you a complex. You did great.
I'm overthinking it now, and I can't say the word because if I say the word, I'm gonna say the wrong one. And you know what? I'm just in my own head now. I have been.
No. So sorry.
I am
Why did I do
fucked.
this to you?
I'm perma'd. I'm washed.
No. Sorry.
You
bro.
might as well get me out. Anyway, the cool thing about the podcast is it's kind of like a step back in history because I listened to an episode where I was talking about skipping school to play World of Warcraft: The Wrath of the Lich King on release.
Wow.
It was release day, and I'm like, I'm skipping school. I'm going to play WoW, you know.
That's so tight.
And that shit was fucking tight, bro.
I love that, actually.
Yeah, so just a little piece of history, just a little nugget of like, this is like some big shit back in the day. You know?
Pretty good.
Yeah, anyway.
That's pretty goddamn good.
To wrap up the little thing in a nice bow, though.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with you. Like, it sucks to not have that data. And that's why I always try to have it in multiple spots, multiple places.
True. Yeah. And I would have loved to go through those highlights and stuff. But it was like 400 hours. Where am I going to get 400 hours to decide what to keep or not out of? I don't have the time to do that before the deadline was like April or something.
Well,
which
that's
is
true.
Like, that's all. I mean, it's quite a while. Like, it's not like it's tomorrow or anything, but I can't just pull 400 hours out of my ass like that. That's crazy.
Thinking back, I don't think I have any clips or highlights from that era either. It's all past. There's like 2018 to like 2000, like end of 2019, where there's just no content.
Yeah,
from that time.
I think my very first one is like something 2020 now.
I might have some like very old clips like in the vault somewhere that I like. I was like, this is a really funny clip. I'm gonna save this, and it might not have had like audio on it, or not audio, but like, you know what I mean. It wouldn't have had music on it. but those clips are very few and far between. It's like maybe I could count on my hands. Like maybe there's like 10 clips that I might have still.
Did you know if a channel gets deleted? Did you know if a channel gets deleted, the clips stay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? I guess that makes sense. No, not really.
I made a clip of a channel that got deleted in like 2018, and I still have that clip in my list of clips created. Yeah.
Because it's separate. It doesn't save to the channel. It saves to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that channel was insane, dude. It was a guy in a bloody like a bloody white mask, not like a hockey mask because it has holes in it, but imagine a hockey mask with no holes. You know what I mean? He was in a bloody mask, just sitting there in a room, like looking around, and there was like a woman screaming in the back, and he's just like talking with like some insane Darth Vader voice changer.
I don't want to call anybody out, but you do remember that one guy we found? We were watching him one night, and he was like the karaoke guy.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
I just thinking back on like the old times. I just remember we were just. Well, I don't know. I think it was when you were in the. I don't even know if we could say the name of the team you were in. Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. Pajama Crew? Yeah, we can say that. Pajama
Crew. Remember when we were it was like super late. I was doing something. I was gooning or doing something. And we were looking through like who was live on the Pajama Crew, and it was just like insanity. Like like some of the people that were streaming to that thing were just like actually insane.
That is, by the way, the second Filipino gang I've been part of. Go on.
Oh man, never been a part of a Filipino gang or just a gang in general. If you could imagine, never done it.
Stop. Well, you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, very true, very true. Very. I could probably join find it like
with
an Italian.
That smile, you're in, bro.
So I wouldn't do like a gang. It would probably be like mafia, right? Because like Italian, that's like the roots.
Okay, I hear you, but like the Latin kings would be glad to have you.
I'm sure. The Latin queens too. Fuck it. Like true. I'm sure everyone would enjoy. I don't think I would fit in. There's a lot of
No.
I like to keep that stuff on GTA, you know what I mean? I like to like live that life out on GTA, not
And here I am joining gangs. I never played GTA.
So maybe if you would have played GTA, right? Hear me out. You wouldn't have joined gang.
That's an interesting concept. That is one way to look at it, is that you play GTA, no gangs. I gangs, no GTA.
It should be a study, honestly. I know we're like everyone's really focused on like violence in video games. How about video games and keeping you out of gangs? Video gangs.
True. Well, wait. But I've never played GTA, and I've never done drugs. Have you done drugs?
No.
I see. Audio listeners, there's a sip happening. Fascinating.
What is doing drugs? What is that?
Oh, concept. Yeah, true. What does it even mean, really, when you think about it?
Do you mean, have I ever been addicted to a substance? Yeah, I love
Not
Coca-Cola.
addicted per se.
Not
addicted per se. But have you injected a weed?
Have I tried it? Have I attempted a couple times to try it and see how it was?
Yeah.
I might have tried a substance of, after the grass cutters came and cut some weeds back or whatever. I might have tried to dabble in in an injection of the weed at some point in time. Sure, maybe in my youth, maybe in my adulthood, like maybe sometime. Right.
So the other way to look at it is, does GTA make you do drugs?
Well, to be fair, that wasn't GTA's fault. I wasn't playing GTA at the time. GTA didn't make me go, oh, wow, I want to do drugs.
Oh, interesting. Do drugs make you play GTA?
Not even that either. No, unfortunately not. It was, do certain people that you surround yourself in your life ask you to try it, and you do because you want to make them happy. Which is even kind of, if we're talking about violence in video games, and if video games make you do drugs, that's also a worse thing than even all of those things, is just trying to make your friends happy.
Oh, is it peer pressure?
Peer pressure, yeah.
Yeah. Peer pressure is dangerous, dude. Peer pressure is dangerous, and I think it's double dangerous. Because, like, it's dangerous for us as, like, you know, just individuals. But it's, like, it's also, like, more dangerous if for people who have no personality.
True,
Like,
because they, like, take on, it's like a sponge. They become everyone else in the room. Yeah, I know, it's tough. Drinking's the same way. Someone with no personality, they become literally everyone. And it's usually the worst one in the room, too. Like, they don't pick, like, the fun guy to become. They pick, like, the worst people to, like, emulate and be like. And I'm like,
Elliot,
okay,
Roger.
here we fucking go. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, we've had a couple friends like that. You just can't hold their liquor, can't do anything themselves.
It's so frustrating, right? Because it's like, man, if you just developed a personality that was your own, you'd probably be fine. Right? Like, just be somebody. But not somebody else. Just be somebody. Just a new one. We all do it.
Just a new person.
Yeah. And, like, granted, there's archetypes of people, no? It's like, there's lots of people that are the same as other people, obviously. Like, there's not 8 billion different people, personality-wise. There's 8 billion different bodies on the planet.
True, but it's like the people that do that, they stop becoming, like, when I get a little, you know, a little tippy, a little warm in the belly, you know what I mean? When I have a little drink every now and then, you know what I mean? I don't become a different person. I just become me, but, like, a little louder, and then I yap. And I do that anyway. Anyway.
That's all the time anyhow.
So I'm literally me. I'm not a different person. I'm just me. But then you have the people who become different people.
Yeah.
You either have the criers, you have the laughers, and I'm kind of like in the laugher area. And then you have the angry people for no reason. Or there is some reason, but it's repressed. And then you have the people with no personality, and they look, they scan the room and look for the most inconvenient, what's the word I'm looking for? The most inconvenient and, like, volatile person. And they're like, I should be like that.
It's kind of like the Autobots when they showed up and became cars for the first time, and they had to, like, scan the semi or whatever.
Yeah. And the thing is, these people are scary, kind of, because they also, you can never tell what they're going to do. They're always going to be, like, a different person in, like, a different group. You have the homies, you just came back from, like, watching Endgame, have a drink with the homies or whatever, and then, like, toxic then, but then you have, like, a house party here, and they're there, and there's, like, no toxic people there, so they just become, like, sad and, like, you know, they don't talk or whatever. So it's like, you have to, like, figure out these people, like, pinpoint them and go, okay, this guy's I'm gonna have to, like, steer him along. I'm gonna have to get him through the night without fucking crashing out everywhere.
Yeah.
In different ways.
And as someone who only drank for a very tiny window of my life, very itty bitty microscopic window, and has never done drugs, let me tell you, every party is me fucking babysitting. Just every time.
You know, I usually get my buzz killed at parties, either because I get thrown up on. That's happened twice, unfortunately. That's a thing
that's not so bad. Been there.
Yeah, and then, like, my buddy's baby shower, kind of like boys' night baby shower thing. He went upstairs to get something, and this is after we've been, like, heavily drinking, and we, like, didn't know where he was. We're like, where's this guy at?
Oh, homie disappeared.
And so we, like, go inside looking for him. He's literally at the top of the steps, not, like, in danger or whatever. He's planked out at the top of the steps, passed out. Like, as, like, you know, remember?
Oh, I know.
You remember planking? He's planked out, face down, snoring, dead to the world.
I'm gonna say this: audio pausers. That was when you came back, when you unpaused and there was no sound. It was because I paused. It was my fault. So when I'm gonna say something brave yet controversial.
Sure, hit me.
I don't know how men plank face down. I don't get it because I can't do that.
just like be passed out face down, like just you're just like you're just kind of like you know, just kind of like dead, kind of like.
Audio listeners, I'm shaking my head. No, couldn't be me.
So like belly to the ground. You don't do belly to the ground.
Can't.
I'm not saying he was like planked as in like stiff as a board, but I'm saying he was just like, you know, sprawled out like on belly, kind of like, kind of more like a life raft.
I guess that's a little more like surely his face was tilted to one side.
No, yes, for sure.
And surely his like
not fully spread
hips
eagle.
were up?
No, just like to the ground, just lying flat. Lying flat.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Oh, what? Brother,
I'm
what?
not,
you lying flat?
I don't get it.
You have scoliosis? Like, does your back not like fully...
I could lay flat on my back.
Yeah, like just I mean, obviously you're not laying a flat, like, but your hips aren't up. You're just laying flat
on my back,
on your stomach.
I don't.
For anyone listening, we took a long pause there because we're both confused of why the other can't understand what's happening.
I don't have people do that.
They just do it,
but where? This mechanics of volumetric space would suggest.
Yeah.
When we're saying face down, hips also down.
What are you fucking talking
about? Where? How?
I'm fucking
it's
telling
fine.
you.
You know, it's fine.
No, okay. It's not fine. I'm not going to let this live. Literally, what's happening is he's laying... No, I'm not saying face down as in his forehead is hitting the ground as like... But he's
his nose
face down, as in he's fucking down on the ground, turned over like a pancake, on his stomach, head tilted to the side at some point, snoring in asleep. Not in like a yoga pose. He's not fucking like
not downward dog.
Out. No, he's not fucking no. He's not. He's not. You know, fucking head down, ass up. He's not doing any of that. He's just slumped. He's on the ground.
Sure.
He's fucking asleep.
Sure.
And normal people sometimes sleep on their stomachs.
It must be a real soft mattress.
What?
Not on like a hardwood.
No, he's on carpet, sure, but like
right. What? What are we doing right now?
I'm so confused.
About what?
He passed out on the steps, like on the top step upstairs.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I'm following.
What is there?
No, I get it.
But you seem confused about how someone could be asleep on their stomach.
Well, no. I don't see how men can lay flat on their stomach. Audio listeners, he's looking at the camera. Audio listeners, he feels like he's on The Office right now.
I am being punked. This is a punk, right? I'm being punked. Am I being punked? Ashton, where are you? Ashton?
Audio listeners, he's looking for the cameras.
You're punking me, right?
No. In what way?
You don't know how a guy could just rest on their stomach?
Yeah. How is that not mad uncomfortable?
Well, he's not awake for it to be either comfortable or not comfortable. He's just asleep because he's drunk.
Well, like even then, like the space, physically, right?
No.
What?
No.
Especially asleep.
In what way, sir? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I don't understand. I'm not getting the bit. It's going over my head, brother. The plane has flown over.
Oh, this was not a bit.
This is a bit 100%. You're fucking with me, actually.
Dog, I was trying to lay face down in bed this morning. I don't know how people do that. Jamie can tell you. Producer Jamie can tell you. There's no... I literally don't understand. I don't get it.
It happens. It happens. We got to move on.
I hear you. No, it's fine.
I don't know.
All right. I believe you. I'm just saying I don't understand the mechanics, but I hear you. I get it.
It just...
So he's planked up on the stairs. Yep.
He's just planked up on the stairs. I think that's it.
Is that the end of the story?
Yeah. I'm putting the parachute on. We've evaded that conversation. We're just
oh, okay.
Dumpstering that shit. Kobe,
we're not circling back on this one. We're just okay.
No, this one goes into the incinerator, I think. Yeah, no, I don't know. This is confusing.
I am confused, yeah. I'll tell you what, the transcript description for this section of the podcast is going to be hilarious to read.
Oh, God, yeah, it's going to be rough. I'm just going to leave it in as is. I'm not even going to edit it. I'm just going to leave it in as is. We're going to be like, what's happening?
Well, okay, to correct producer Jamie, I was only taught face down, ass up. I wasn't taught face down, ass down. Face down, ass up, I can do.
That's
that
crazy.
Makes sense.
Okay.
What?
You're not beating the allegations saying that. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I guess that's true, but...
You're not beating any allegations, and it don't even matter. You know what I mean? That don't even...
Yeah, that does sound...
You can't say it.
That does sound like a mean thing, doesn't it?
You can't say that because allegations have already been pressed. You know what I mean?
About me?
The wanted poster's out. You know what I mean?
Oh.
By the whole community, brother. Come on. I'm just saying it's not, it's not.
Yeah, it does have a connotation.
Yeah, it does.
It does have a connotation.
Sound a bit. Yeah. Wow. Well, this has gone off the rails.
It sounds the bit. Audio listeners, I seem very smug right now. Audio listeners, I'm making a very smug face.
Man, okay, yeah, no, this is like the scuffed. This is scuffed.
What's scuffed?
This whole conversation.
I'm sorry.
This whole portion is scuffed. It's so scuffed, bro.
If we were whine about it, would you be Cutie Cinderella or Maya?
Oh. I'm
feel like I'm
so
Cutie
for real.
Cinderella, but I'm not. I could see it going either way.
I'm going to be so for real, depending on what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of like either be both. You know what I mean? I agree with them. I can kind of I can flip-flop.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like you trend slightly more Maya.
I was going to say that, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I do kind of agree sometimes with, yeah, I do flip-flop. Like maybe 50% of the time I feel like I'm switching. I'm like, oh, she's cooking. I'm like, bitch.
No. Oh, no.
And I have to switch back. I have to go team other side.
Yeah. Disclaimer, we stand both. We stand both.
No, we stand both. Sometimes one or the other, sometimes both, sometimes the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on one team, sometimes I'm on both. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Well, not everyone has a winning take every take.
Sure.
Yeah, no, we exactly. All miss occasionally. I feel like I missed a second ago, and I was just confused. I don't even know. You know what I mean? We all miss sometimes.
For sure. Yeah. And to be fair, audio listeners, that is not a bad take on my part. People can sleep on their stomachs. There's nothing crazy about that.
I agree.
Not with their asses up.
Oh, well. Well. I guess. I believe you.
I think the shed did some damage.
Wow. My man's bringing up trauma? Okay.
No.
Wait a minute.
Just in like the maybe we didn't learn anatomy.
Mm-hmm. Well, no. The only class I had in the shed was Carmen Sandiego.
Well, yeah. So Carmen, it should be on Carmen because Carmen should have taught you about sleeping in the different positions. Because you can be a side sleeper, you can be a back sleeper, a stomach sleeper. I don't know if you knew this. I'm a stomach sleeper.
Sure.
Yeah, myself.
I do that. I do that thing where I look like the Fantastic Four logo.
Oh, that's a circle.
I meant the number 4, but I love where you're going with that. That's tight. You're tight for that. But you know how like when you like sleep on your side, but your back is mostly straight and one of your legs is straight, but then your other leg is like tucked up and then like flat.
You're like
and
a
then
pretzel.
Like you have one arm like up and in.
Kinda.
Yeah, and then I guess it's not exactly a Fantastic Four because the other arm is like under your like up and under your head.
Yeah, no. When you said the Fantastic Four logo, I'm like the circle part or the 4 part. So then I just cut. It was a 50-50 coin flip. Yeah,
it's a little both. It's like part of the circle too.
True. It's like a kind of moon, like half moon kind of vibe. You're just kind of like fetal, kind of half fetal, half like
right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is probably going to be a thing that doesn't. I mean, most people are going to know what I'm talking about, I'd imagine. But like,
sure.
especially in our listener base,
Sure.
because a bunch of Chads in here. But like, audio listeners, chat is full of Chads. So let's be clear. So when you're like sleeping with somebody else in the same bed and like there's like kind of like a big spoon, little spoon dynamic, one of your arms doesn't have anywhere to be.
This is facts for sure.
Yeah. So like you have to like figure out where to put that other arm that's against the mattress. So I just default. I've spent a life training the up arm.
Sure.
You know. So
I'm like a 2 pillows kind of guy.
Oh, like arm Oreo, like the arm.
You need like an arm pillow. Yeah, you need an arm. Well, it's either like a person or an arm, like a pillow. You know what I mean? The pillow supplements the person. I'm like have to have my arm like over. I'm like a like an arm over. Well, arm under pillow.
Right.
Other arm over pillow or person.
Oh, the up arm, not the mattress arm.
Yeah. The mattress
I
arm.
agree.
I agree. Up arm. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Same. Me too. Yeah.
And
it's gotta be like around a thing. I gotta be like, you know what I mean?
And I don't know if you ever have these summers where like it's scorching hot and the only cool thing happens to be under that pillow.
Brother.
And
you're
it's like
spitting with that.
It's literally the only thing that keeps me sane. Is like I know even if the AC's out, the power's out or something, we're dying literally. I know when I go to bed and put my pillow hand in the pillow, under the pillow, whatever the fuck, whatever. It's gotta be cold. It's gotta feel good.
You ever try putting your socks in the freezer?
You know, I'm not a socks in the house kind of guy.
I'm not either, except for sleeping. And after I put on foot lotion, because I don't want to get lotion all over my carpet.
Sleeping with socks, I can't do that. I get too hot, too warm.
Put them in the freezer, won't be hot.
Interesting. This conversation's been a real eye-opener for me.
I don't know what that means. Can you elaborate on what you mean by that specifically?
I didn't see you as like a foot cream kind of guy, you know? But like you're a foot lotion kind of guy, it seems.
Oh, well, yeah, because I'm like ashy, bro. What? I got ashy ankles. I got ashy elbows.
Can we be ashy if we're just like translucent ghosts anyway?
Ask my elbows, dog.
No sun having, just pale.
Brother, you better believe it's me and the cocoa butter. It's me and Shea Moisture in the click. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Cause like, I like to be delicate. You feel me?
Well, you are a princess for sure. So
yeah. So like, you're taking a very suspicious sip right now. Audio listeners, he's sipping, but he made a smirk when he sipped. I don't know. But
my throat was just dry. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I'm just a little baby girl, to be clear.
Baby girl.
I'm a baby girl. But yeah. So like I do like I do like the DIY skincare. Shout out Michelle Phan. And you know what I mean? Like, especially like old back in the day, like OG, like Rice Bunny Gaming Michelle Phan. Even before that, you know what I mean? Like OG, like her first Smokey Eye video, God bless. And then like I'm over here using like her like egg face mask, you know, jasmine rice toner, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing like the like organic, the salt and tomato facial scrub, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like that guy about it. But then also I'm be using like I got pores you can see from space, bro. Like I gotta use like the world's most non-comedogenic face creams. I gotta use like hand lotion. If I like rub my nose, it's not gonna do a thing, and that's why I look like Rudolph right now. Cause
I'm gonna be so for real. I'm gonna be so honest and valid and seen right now. I have body wash and I have fucking conditioner and shampoo. That's my routine. I don't have anything else. I don't have any face creams. I don't have. I might have one like my face in the face area get really oily, so I have like an oil stripper or whatever.
Right.
Like a paint thinner. You know what I mean? Just throw it on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just melts my shit off.
I mean, listen, I got an oily ass T-zone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just was not blessed like that. So, thankfully, the acne monster missed me. That's cool. I got, like, pretty clear skin in that way.
Yeah.
Mostly. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got an oily T-zone. I got to make sure this shit stays tight. You know what I mean? I got the ashy elbows. I got the ashy ankles.
You know what? I never used to be, like, acne, dude. And then, like, at one point, a couple years ago, I started breaking out really bad. And you know what really helped me? You know what really like helped me?
What's up?
I stopped drinking sodas.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, hey, stop drinking sodas. You'll have great skin. For me, like not drinking sodas, or at least not like every day. Like I still have a soda, like maybe like once or twice a week or whatever now. But like just drinking water and like not drinking like sugary stuff, it helped my face so much. Because, I mean, at one point, it just broke out completely. Like it was crazy. I went from nothing to, like, I felt like I was growing some on my face.
Sure. It's city, huh?
Yeah. And then, like, I stopped drinking Coke or whatever, and it really just helped. It really cleared everything up.
Yeah, man. I don't know what about soda it is that, like, so, because, like, you know how, like,
because I'll go one step further. I'll go one step further.
Please.
Obviously, if I go drinking and stuff, I'm usually like a whiskey and Coke kind of guy. So even like after like a long night out, the next day, I'll break out a little bit. And it's probably because I drank a lot. Like I probably just drank a lot of poison, and they're both pretty equally poisonous in different ways. So it's probably because of that. But like, yeah, no, if I go weeks without drinking soda, it's like my face is great. Feels great, not as oily.
Yeah, nice. I'll tell you what, I wonder if it's bad for the bugs. That's possible.
Bad for the bugs? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, in your face.
Oh, like bacteria. Got it.
No. The bugs.
What bugs?
Oh, okay. This is a body science podcast now. So,
I know about like bacteria and stuff. I didn't know we had bugs.
No. Okay, so like, you know how there's like mites that live on your eyelashes and eat dust?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
mites.
in the same way, there's like little bugs that live in the pores of your skin, eating the sebum, the excess, like the oil. And then, like, if you're, well, because it's interesting, right? Because, like, people aren't even really people. Like, we kind of don't even exist when you think about it. It's, like, a miracle that we even are, because, like, we're a collection of smaller organisms that kind of Voltron into a body. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to, brother. I'm so for real right now. I'm trying to. I'm following you, though. I'm following you wherever this is going. I'm there. I'm with you.
Well, because, like, okay, hear me out, right? Because, like, the only thing that connects the building blocks of like atoms and molecules is like the covalent bonds, right?
Sure.
And other than covalent bonds, like kind of putting stuff together, we're not really like touching internally. In fact, nothing is touching ever. Like, when you touch a thing, like I'm holding my phone, audio listeners, I'm holding up my phone. I'm not touching my phone. It just happens to be that the pressure exerted by the covalent bonds of the fingers molecules is like, it's enough that it's like pushing against the phone. I'm not actually touching it. There's no contact being made.
Sure.
It feels like there's contact, but there's not. Anyway, in the same way, there's like bugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are like on your face and in your tummy.
Yeah.
And like bacteria too, I guess. But like,
and then if you eat pork raw, then you have some other things as well. You probably don't want
like worms and all that stuff.
Worms and
but
shit.
Like,
yeah.
But like, generally speaking, right? Generally speaking,
yeah.
Everybody has a bunch of bugs that live in their face skin. It eats the oils, and then when you have like acne, right? When you have acne in your face, those little zits on your face that you have to like pop. What you're popping is you're like pushing the excess sebum out of that pore, the clogged pore. Right.
So you're saying that like the sugary drinks and stuff, you think that like feeds too much?
I think maybe it either it produces too much or it maybe is like bad for the bugs, so they can't eat as much.
Oh, that's interesting. I would probably err on the side of it produces too much, right? Because it probably doesn't like kill them, because then your face would just be a fucking war zone, I'd imagine.
Some people have war zone face.
Yeah. No, that's pretty bad.
So
and
maybe?
You know what? I have friends who've had really bad acne, and you know what? We don't make fun of them. We don't make fun of them at all. But it is tough. It is tough.
Oh no, sure, and of course we don't make fun of. If somebody has bad acne, like, hey, I'm not mocking.
Just fix it for it.
Oh my God, not the CeraVe over here, not the. Oh my God,
you know what I mean?
Listen, I hear you, Neutrogena boys.
But you know what also is being fixed, and this is a great segue. This is a great segue. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I'm fixing this shit. Not fixing anything, but we're getting somewhere, right? No, not fixing anything. Not fixing anything. Well, Twitch is fixing something. I'm not fixing something.
Sure.
But did you see the tweet about Twitch's official new cheating enforcement policy?
No.
So Twitch was like, yeah, we're not really great at like letting you know when you got a violation and like what that violation was for. So check this. Twitch has like a 3 to 4 violation system now. This is like in the infographic in the tweet. So basically, what Twitch wants to do is crack down on cheaters and people who play like, like Lagoon games, right? They're like that you're not allowed to play on Twitch, but like some people try to get away with it. You know what I mean? Like the banned explicit games kind of vibe.
Yeah, like Honey Pop and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So Twitch basically has this system where it's like, okay, if you're doing this thing, whatever it is, either cheating in a game or doing this, like playing a game that's not supposed to be on Twitch, you're going to get a 1-day suspension. And that violation is going to expire in 90 days. Right?
Oh,
I find it weird because the violation too, it seems a little ambiguous, and it seems kind of the fucking same, if I'm being so for real, in the infographic. Basically, violation 2 is just another 1-day suspension and a 90-day expiry date, which seems a bit weird. Now, violation 3 does make sense. It's a 3-day suspension with 90 days. So basically what they're doing is they're going, okay, if Beau plays Nazi Angel Smite the Nazis. No, Suicide Angel Smite the Nazis. Sorry. So if you played that on stream, they will give you a violation. But the cool thing is, what they're doing is they're actually going to show you a clip from your stream of the violation now. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, so they'll let you know what the problem was.
So they're going to be like, yo, you played an explicit game that's not allowed on Twitch. You're getting your 1-day suspension, and basically they're going to give you a clip of you doing the thing that they're saying you're doing. So what I'm assuming is going to happen is they're going to do that, and then you can either fight it or just let it happen, right?
Well, to be clear, Hentai Angel Smite the Nazis would definitely be acceptable on Twitch, but go on.
Oh, I thought it was a naked girl game.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I
surely
mean, she's
that's not.
topless for some of it optionally, but like you can adjust the vulva and stuff in Baldur's Gate. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was more talking about like the actual like sex simulators that Steam has. You know what I mean? Those games, those the goon games.
Yeah.
The goon games. You know what I mean? The games that you hide on your library so people can't see them. Those games, right?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Okay. So the cool thing about it is, right? The violations will expire in 90 days after getting them. So you're not. So the way it like works currently is you just kind of have them and they just kind of chill there. And so the way it would work now is you get a violation and in 90 days you're kind of like okay, but then like if you get more violations, it'll start compounding, and start like getting worse. And so they don't have anything that happens after the fourth or fifth violation, but I assume that would be like 3 days, a week, 24, 48 or 48 hours, like couple months, and then like I'm assuming of like forever ban at some point.
Sure.
And this is for that kind of stuff and cheating as well. And so like cheating in online games is kind of weird because I guess it's going to come down to like what does Twitch find as cheating? Because like what do you think cheating is, right? Like to me, cheating is like using a program and cheating, right? Like either like a aimbot or something like that.
As opposed to like an in-game exploit that's like just a glitch or coded bad.
So like if I'm in WoW and I fall under a city or something, is that cheating? Did I exploit that? Am I going to get banned for that? You know what I mean? Like what are we... This is what I worry about. Because then also too, you have the people who, you know, they stream snipe. Is that cheating? Like what... It doesn't really... The tweet doesn't do a really great job to say what is cheating. Cheating means X thing. So I kind of worry about that from a Twitch standpoint.
They're probably a little vague on purpose, right?
True, of course, because they can just say, oh, all this stuff is under this umbrella of things, right?
Well, not just that, but like, I don't want to be that guy, but like Twitch has been, let's say, selectively enforcing with rules based on, you know, how much of an incel the moderator is at the behind the switchboard.
And specifically the language they use, in quotes, cheating in online games.
Oh, so cheating in single-player games is tight.
That's the language.
Okay.
Specifically the language. So, again, I don't know, how do we enforce, like, how are we enforcing this, and what are we saying as a cheat? It's just kind of weird to me, right? Like, if I'm playing Dead by Daylight and that glitch happened the other day and I'm the killer and like someone's stuck on me, am I cheating or is that a glitch? Can someone report me for that?
Right.
Can Twitch's system accidentally ban me for a day because Dead by Daylight has a shit ass game and can't get bugs fixed? Or is this, because I'm assuming no real person's looking at this, this is probably all AI. Right? This is probably some garbage AI detection. Yeah. Now, like, of course, if someone, their screen glitches out and you see their, like, aimbot in the background, okay, sure. Obviously, they're getting banned, right?
Oh, my God. Who was that?
You know what I mean?
There was, some woman was streaming. I forget who it was, but she was using, like, straight up, like, wall hacks, like, to, like, look... like
a couple years ago or a year ago.
Yeah, and then she tried to be like, "Oh, my cousin was playing on my computer. I don't know what this is."
Yeah, that stuff.
Okay, buddy.
But I'm like, so for real? So like yesterday I was kind of on the fence about this. I'm like, this isn't really something Twitch should be policing. But I kind of woke up this morning and I was like, actually, why are we being so lenient on cheaters? If you cheat and do like wall hacks and shit, and if you're like cheating in online games, your shit should be rocked, actually, in my opinion. We should laugh you out of the door. If you're playing, like, especially if you're playing a competitive game, like, I don't know, League of Legends or Call of Duty, you're actively ruining the community doing that. You're actively, like, fucking over everyone's time.
I'm going to say something controversial and maybe not that brave, but possibly brave.
Sure.
I don't know if I can agree with you about that.
So if you're in a league match, okay.
I do agree about wall hacks for sure, or like a thing that gives a competitive edge.
So like if you were in League of Legends and someone was like Fog of War, like cheating,
yeah, right. If they're like vision hacking or some shit like that,
or whatever,
yeah, that sucks for sure. They should get got 100%.
But like that's the cheating I'm talking about. I'm not talking like a Dead by Daylight bug where you like for some reason just one shot people, but you're not cheating. You know what I mean?
Well, hear me out.
You sure?
Here's where I'm at. I think some cheating's tight. If the kind of cheating you're doing, right? If the kind of cheating you're doing specifically is that's really funny. The thing just happened in chat. I think it's that's so funny.
I think maybe I'm
no. Okay, so hear me out.
Okay, yeah.
Hear me out.
Maybe I'm just saying. Maybe you're. Hit me with what you think, and I might interject and say like I wasn't really talking about the thing you're about to say.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Single player games.
So, no.
Oh, something different.
Competitive ranked online. So hear me out.
Here, I'm hearing you.
I don't know if you're familiar. There was at a time, and possibly still is, although I'm not involved in the scene to know, a thriving community of individuals who were developing tools and content for League of Legends that would like replace Summoner's Rift with like the autumn version, or like like cosmetic alterations.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight does that, sure.
Yeah, and then there's like fan skins. You know what I mean? Like Pulsefire Ezreal, but red.
Sure.
Pulsefire Riven, which by the way, goated ass skin. Anyone who does custom league skins, go look at like 2015 Pulsefire Riven. That shit's tight.
Okay.
It has custom voice acting and shit too. It's crazy. It's like really good.
But is this cheating though? This doesn't sound like
that's
cheating.
What I was gonna say.
This just sounds like.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
It is the case that some of these cosmetic skins, a very small number, do have like guidelines on the floor.
Oh, well, so that's what I would say.
Or like they'll like show the hitbox of a projectile instead of just the animation.
You know what's diabolical?
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight people used to asset mod, and they would turn the lockers invisible, so you could see when people were in the locker.
Yeah,
there were like certain mods for that. Obviously, those kind of mods have been like blocked or whatever.
Right. It's like Minecraft X-ray shit for diamonds.
Sure. So like stuff like that. This is why I'm saying I think the system is good. There needs to be a person involved, because there needs to be, if someone reports a clip like that, there needs to be a person that has any sense in the world, maybe like an ounce of sense, to go, that's cheating, that's not cheating. If you turn Summoner's Rift autumn color, that's not cheating. If you're using a skin that has a fucking guideline, you're fucking dumb.
Yes.
You need to be punished for that.
Right.
Because you're ruining...
However,
sure.
If there is no human, are we willing to collateral damage all those individuals who are using it normally for like the 12 guys that want to have the guideline Summoner's Rift? Because that's a pretty monumental collateral damage exchange. If it's like less than 1% are using that like cosmetics to gain a small, like I have a guideline for my skill shot in mid lane, I say let them go, just because 99.9% of people aren't doing that, and it's harmless cosmetic.
I'm being so for real. If you have a guideline for your skin and you're streaming that and showing people that's a thing, you should be hit for that. And I don't care, and I'm going to say something that might be controversially brave, and you'll probably disagree.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's ranked or not ranked. You're ruining the game for five other people.
Individually, the person does deserve to get shit on, for sure. I don't agree. I don't disagree.
And
but
if
I'm
you're
saying
a streamer,
if it's an automatic detection.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I think a person should be in charge of it. And there should be...
I agree.
Like that's just how that's exactly how I feel. It's pretty much like someone should be in charge of it. I don't care if they use AI to detect stuff. I think it's only if it's reported. Like, it's not the system is, if from what I read on the tweet, it doesn't seem like the system's automatically finding people. It's people getting reported. So if that's the case, I would like there to be a person to go, this is a false report. Like, people are shitting on this person for some reason. It's not really a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, similar thing that concerns me. What about cheating that doesn't affect the game? It only affects like the time outside of the game. I'll give you an example. What if I was openly cheating in League of Legends? Openly cheating. But it's old League of Legends, if you recall, had rune pages with like reds, blues, yellows, and quints. And you had to build a rune page. Were you around for that?
Sure, yeah. I remember rune pages. You had to buy them and shit.
That's right. With Blue Essence, the currency that you get for playing the game is like a free currency, not the money currency. If I Blue Essence hack and I just have every red, blue, quint, I have access to every quint because I gave myself infinite currency to buy it all from the store, and I bought 20 rune pages instead of 2, right? And now I have all of my rune pages available with all these different... I objectively have used cheating to have these things maybe thousands of games before I should have had them.
Well, so Blue Essence
But there would be a game point where I wouldn't normally have those things. So
in a system where Blue Essence also is used for not skins, but like buying characters, I think that, and I don't know if it's always been that way. I know currently you can use Blue Essence to buy outright characters.
Always.
So in that case, I understand the yeehaw, fuck the like $1 billion company, I don't care. I also feel the same way. But if I'm a company that's trying to crack down on cheating, if someone was streaming them doing exactly that, I would say that's a ban.
Okay.
Because not only, like, it doesn't, like, naturally affect anyone at that moment, but you're unlocking things you shouldn't have, but also you're able to have every single character you wouldn't have otherwise. And in a game where that basically allows you to do anything you want and skip the progression that everyone else had to do, then I think that's not fair to the other players. Now, if this is some, like, I'm not talking about, like, third-party servers where you're, like, going to play old school League.
No, not like
I mean?
Hamachi WoW.
No, I'm not talking about, like, Hamachi WoW or, like, old school League or something dumb if they did that.
Shout out Hamachi.
But, like, I'm not talking about, like, fan stuff. I'm talking, like, current. Like, if I saw someone duping mounts in WoW, I would fucking hit the report button instantly. Because it's just ruining the economy. It's ruining player experience. Like, it just shouldn't happen.
Would you agree with that if there was no auction house?
Yeah, 100% I would agree.
Like, there's no, like, player transfer. It's like just they have 4 of the same mount they are stuck with forever.
Oh, well, there'd be no reason to do it, but I guess, like, okay, sure, if they're duping and you can't do anything with the dupe, why would you do it? But, like, okay, sure, if someone wants to do it, I might be more lenient on it, but I was still probably...
So it's like the economic perspective there that is the problem for you than the actual duping.
Well, no, honestly, no, probably not, because in WoW, if there was any type of system where you needed multiple things for some reason, then I would probably just hit the report button anyway, because if they're duping that, they're probably duping gold, they're probably duping items. So,
are we minority reporting? Are we saying, like, future crime shit? Hypothetical crimes?
Well, I mean, if you're duping one thing, if I'm borrowing an anime, I'm probably borrowing a lot more than one anime. You know what I mean? We don't have to.
That's a very specific example.
We don't have to assume. We probably know, but I'm not saying ban for future crimes, but like if you see someone doing something like that, they're probably it's probably a safe assumption that if you're smoking weed, you might have rolling papers nearby.
Oh, I guess I should probably, like, just in case the yeehaws get out of control for audio listeners and later listeners, Minority Report is a movie, I think, starring Tom Cruise, question mark. It's a film. I don't understand what year and climate we're recording this in. Minority Report is a film.
And I'm not saying we social credit score people and like start like taking social credit score away for like future crimes they might commit. I'm just saying when we see something, we should report it. And because that makes the community better in online games. Hey, if you want to put the Konami code in some old ass game and like fuck around and find out kind of shit and like have fun in a single player game, doesn't matter because it's single player. You're not affecting anyone. If you want to mod a single player game, that's great. I'm saying if you want to mod a game that's online with something, like if you're doing a Goku skin, it does literally nothing except show Goku and he does a Kamehameha as a Luxult or something, totally fine because it doesn't actually affect anything. It just goofy, looks cool, and it's free. So I guess the only reason you'd be in trouble is like, you're using a free skin. That's not in the game. But like, if you used a Lux skin that literally gave you a huge fucking red arrow of where exactly your thing was going, I'd say, bitch, come on, you're dumb for that. Because it's already going in a straight line anyway. They already telegraph stuff anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, however, not wrong about that. As a Lux main, I'm upset, but true.
But you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying is like, I think it's all bad. I think doing that is bad. But on the flip side, if you duped Blue Essence and got basically everything in the store you could buy with Blue Essence, including rune pages and people, like characters, I think it's also bad. And if they're doing it on stream, they should be reported. Now, I'm not going to narc and be like, if you, Sandknight, was like, hey, bro, look what I did here. It's kind of cool, right? On some undisclosed game that hasn't come out yet. This is kind of neat, right? Yeah, cool. Between us, not on stream, that's chill. But if you were doing that on stream, I would pull you aside in a DM and be like, bro, I don't feel like that's kind of unsavory. And I feel like if I was doing the same thing, you would also do that to me. Be like, bro, that's kind of unsavory for you to be doing that. It's kind of like fucked up for you to be doing that.
If you were doing that, I might just be like, yeah, fuck them kids. I'm really level with you. I'm gonna be for real.
Maybe I'm not a great friend. I don't know, but like I would be like, bro, I don't know about this.
Good.
It feels
you're doing so good.
It feels a little, feels a little bad. Feels a little bad because I never want to ruin anyone else's experience because I've had my experience ruined by cheaters.
That's so interesting that you say that because I have spent a lot of time learning to not give a fuck about that specifically. In a lot of instances, sometimes I think it's right to care, for sure. Sometimes I think it's kind of, oh, you feel like your experience is ruined? Well, don't be such a fragile porcelain bitch. So it's like kind of a 50-50. And I'll give you an example of one of the times I'm talking about that I think you'll agree. I think you'll actually get what I'm talking about. So in Pokemon, right? Again, I've been playing ranked online, official tournament format, like ranked online, right? Not like silly one player haha bullshit, not spamming A to beat the Elite Four. Actual ranked against real people with ranked ladder points, real competitive game, right? Sure. In Pokemon, every Pokemon has 6 stats that they have numerically, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Those are the 6 stats a Pokemon can have. And at some point, kind of early in the franchise, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company International and Game Freak, someone in that group, had this idea to make Pokemon feel more like real-world individual pets that kids can bond with or whatever. So they wanted to make the stats different, even at the same level for the same let's play. You're saying if you're playing Pokemon Red Blue, right, on Game Boy, and you have a level 100 Pikachu or whatever, because you didn't want to evolve it because you watched the anime and you were like, I'm not using a Thunderstone because Ash never used Thunderstone or whatever your reasoning was. Those 2 Pikachus at level 100 asterisk will have the same stats. There's a thing called like effort values or whatever. Like they had a different name at the time. It wasn't effort value. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the base stats of this Pokemon cause them to be identical.
Sure.
No matter what. If you fought the same things, everyone just cut through with the same number of Pidgeys and Caterpies in their way, their 2 Pikachus would be identical, even though they were caught by different people on different games at different times. In modern Pokemon, they have a hidden randomized number called an individual value for each stat that ranges between 0 and 31. And that's decided, quote, at birth of the Pokemon. So like when it comes out of the egg, or when the egg is created rather, or when you find it in the wild.
Now, for listeners, is this the chart you see when you look at like the stat chart and it has this like a little star and it kind of
Yes.
Stretches out into the different like
Ooh,
it'll go
kind
like
of.
super
Yes.
far into like maybe agility or something if that's a thing. It'll go like
Close
super
enough.
far one way and like it looks like
Yeah.
this weird amorphous blob at the end because it's all going different directions.
Right. That
Some
is
points will be
exactly that.
smaller,
Yeah.
some points will be larger. Okay, so I
Right.
definitely know. I think in Pokemon it's like a weird shape. It's like a weird multi. Like it's not exactly
Yeah.
a star, but yeah,
It's like a hexagon, but then like it
yeah.
also is kind of like misshapen a little bit because the stats
Sure.
aren't even.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, you can hypothetically catch or breed down Pokemon over and over and over until you systematically arrive at a point where that hidden individual value per stat is maximized on all of them.
Okay.
It would take a long time and it'd be really boring, but it would take no effort of any kind. It's just boring. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the process of that involves walk back and forth for 600 hours. And I'm not being like overly simplistic. I'm being literal. It is walk back and forth for 600 hours, and eventually they'll have perfect stats.
Sure. So it's not like a randomizer thing. It's just it'll happen at some point.
If you are interacting with the game in the way that the system wants you to, yes, correct. Yeah, because they are random, but there's like genetics. You know what I mean? Like you can have certain Pokemon have certain items to pass down a stat. So it's like random until you get the first one, and then that you can pass that one down guaranteed. And then it's random until the second one, and then that can be passed down guaranteed. And then it's random until the third one, and then you can pass down 5 of the 6 guaranteed until kind of hit the scatter chart with it. So like, is it random? Yes, but it is also random in a way that it will eventually monkeys on a keyboard. You'll get there. It's just really boring. Is the problem?
Random, not really random, but
yeah,
it's like
random
timeless.
Asterisk. Yeah, right. It's time waster random.
So
it's
what you're asking is this cheating because you're gonna get to the situation anyway?
Yeah, I'm saying like, so if I were to go out of my way to use like a third party tool to just have the Pokemon with the 6 things, it's not outside of the scope of what you were going to get anyway. It's not outside of the scope of what the game would allow. So am I a filthy cheater who deserves to be banned because I saved 600 hours to have 3 extra defense on my Pikachu or whatever? Relative to what I would have without the time, by the way, not relative to other players. Because they could also just do the same thing. Of like walking back and forth.
That's tough. I think that I have to stand my ground and be like, I'm not saying permaban, but if you're doing it on stream and you're like, hey, this is against the rules, like you're not supposed to do this. Like
it's not.
If Pokemon's not
Twitch rules, I guess, but like,
if it's not against the game rules, then you wouldn't like. If you got hit for it, then it's not cheating. Like it's not cheating if it's not against the rules. Cheating means it's against the rules, right? So like in the TOSs for like the shooters, the online games, obviously there are clauses that say you can't do this because this is cheating.
Oh, I see. I misunderstood.
This is like cheating isn't what we think cheating is. It's like whatever the definite, like if you're wall hacking, that is cheating, not only by our like you and I's definition of cheating, but also the game TOS says you can't do this. That is cheating, right?
Yes.
So if Pokemon's like, we don't care if you do this, whatever, you're going to get to the same result anyway. If that's not cheating, if you're not going to get banned for that, then that's not cheating. Your whole thing isn't cheating.
It's interesting you say that. If you were to like generate Pokemon like that badly, and they are detectable by Nintendo's like generated Pokemon algorithm detection, whatever they use.
Sure.
Those Pokemon will be not able to participate in online functions like trading and battling. And then also, if you if you have a certain number of Pokemon like that be flagged, they will not allow you to use online functions in general. Like you'll be banned from Nintendo Online.
So I think,
but if you generate them in a way that they are not flaggable, like if you make sure the trash bites are in order and they're not like in the wrong ball and they don't have like a nature they're not supposed to, if they're like within the confines of the game, they'll go right through the legality checker, even at an official like in-person tournament, just whoop right across and you'll just go crazy.
Well, this might be a take. If they're passing a legality checker, if everything's good, up and up, all the data's fine, then I don't see the problem.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
But I think there's a problem because that is the thing. The game's allowing you to do it. I know you're using like a whatever program, whatever, right? But if the game isn't smart enough to go, yes, this isn't a real caught Pokemon. This isn't a Pokemon that you hatched yourself that has the stats that it has, then the game's allowing you to do it. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're not doing anything that you can't do in the game. I'm talking about things that, like, you can't get a billion blue essence with a snap of your finger. You can't wall hack.
Right.
You can't do these things.
Oh, but you can't get those stats with a snap of a finger either.
True, but the stats, you're going to get them. Now, if you were like...
Blue essence, you're going to get it.
Yeah, but, like, you're going to get the Pokemon faster than you're going to get the blue essence. The blue essence, also, you're not buying, like, the blue essence is totally different. It's not the same because you're not buying Pokemon from $dollarpokemon.com.
Yet.
You're not getting Vi from the champion store for free because
you could do that
to blue essence. No,
you do Pokemon. Because some Pokemon are DLC only and you can just generate them and not buy the DLC.
Oh, well, if you're yeah, so that's tough. I didn't think about
that. But you could trade another player for them and not buy the DLC, and it'd be a legitimate one that your friend
can't trade. Yeah, but see, now we're just getting into really niche specifics. You can't trade league members, like league characters. You can't do that.
I'm just saying they're acquirable.
If they're acquirable,
they're both
fine.
Pokemon. Pokemon and Vi are Pokemon that you
show
could
up
get
in the game. They're in the game's data. It's not like you're getting something you can't get. It's not like you're walking around the Mewtwo. No, but it's different because you're buying Vi with money. Vi,
blue essence. It's free.
Yeah, whatever. You're buying Vi with blue essence that you acquired illegally. You're acquiring a Pokemon that's already in your game that you should just be able to get. And you can get if someone trades you. So it doesn't matter. What you're being traded could just be a generated Pokemon. You're never going to get a generated Vi. That's different.
But you're not paying any money for Vi. You're just saving like 12 games.
Sure.
You're just getting a couple hours earlier.
Yeah, but it's still like you have to either spend blue essence or buy her.
Yeah, and you have to walk in front of the daycare for 600 hours to get perfect IVs on a Pikachu.
So ban it all.
It's a time save. That's it. That's what I'm saying. The only difference is time.
Yeah, the blue essence thing
There's
isn't
no
a time
gameplay
save,
difference.
Though.
It's
You're
time
kind
difference.
I think it's totally different. I think the games are totally different.
Really?
Games. Yeah, I don't.
You think I should be forced to play 12 more games of Warwick to get Vi, even if I hate Warwick, or whatever? I just have to be like if. But that's not the game. I'm not. I don't like Warwick.
WoW players have the same issue of like, I don't want to play the game. I just want the thing now. And I tell them the same thing. I'm like, bro, just play the game. It doesn't matter. If you want to play Pokemon, if you want to be the Pokemon master, you want to do it, then you should put the time in that it takes to do it, not cheat. In my opinion.
Interesting.
Because I wouldn't do it.
So even time savers, you're like,
bro, I'm gonna be so honest. I don't even do fucking turnip hacking. I don't even do turnip time hacking. You know what I mean? The turnip.
In Animal Crossing.
And I don't even do that. I wait. I don't do time hacking.
Really
Animal
funny.
Crossing.
Oh, I promise you, I'm changing the clock
It's just too much effort. It's just too much effort. I'll just play the game how it was supposed to be played. I'm not trying to break the game. You, on the other hand, want to try to find every little loophole you can to save your time. I get it. That's not. I'm not saying you're a bad person for that. But if you're playing an online game where it's online and you're potentially ruining someone else's time because you wanted to cheat, you should be banned for it. And if you're doing it on stream and if you're doing it in a forum where everyone can see you being a jackass doing it, you should be banned. If you're if you're a killer teleport hacking in DBD and someone sees it and reports you, You should fucking have your shit locked down completely. Fuck you for that.
That's fascinating.
I'm just saying. Now, it might be, I might be on the wrong side of history on this. I don't care.
Sure.
I think cheaters make game communities worse.
Interesting.
Cheat developers make game communities worse. Online game communities. Now, again, you could say, well, what about single player games, Connor? Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter because there's no one involved in single player games other than you. Now, if you're saying, yeah, I want to complete my Pokédex, all that's doing is for you. That's not for anyone else. So if this was like an offline thing where you're like, I'm just duping Pokemon, I just want to like have all the Pokemon, whatever.
In particular.
Yeah. So like if I want this stuff and it's not like an online thing where I'm going to like be battling or going to a tournament with this like nefariously generated Pokemon, then like that's fine. Like if you're not doing that, that's great. But if you're like generating a Pokemon that didn't exist and you shouldn't have it by means of like you didn't put the time in that the game requires you to do to have this thing to then go to a tournament to win real money, I think you're fucked for that.
Interesting.
But as a friend,
the same
I
if
would
it's
be
a
like,
guaranteed?
I hope you win. You know what I mean?
Is it the same if it's a guaranteed Pokemon, but it's DLC only, and it would be $30? And
it's the
only
same either way.
Really? So even though it's equally like, there's no difference competitively between me and a guy who spent more than like they bought the DLC. You think Nintendo getting the $30 makes it more fair?
You're deciding you want to play in Nintendo's ring, so you should play by Nintendo's rules. You're not being forced to do it. You want to do it. That's different.
Yeah, but I could just have the Pokemon traded to me by like Greg or whatever. So
you sure do that.
Yeah, so like go on Reddit and like find a guy, and that's more honest than just having the bot do it.
Did he tell you it's nefarious and he cheated to get it? And you're doing it live on stream?
Well, you're kind of making nefarious, that you're making the word nefarious, no?
It's kind of nefarious. Like if you're doing it, the cheating, nefarious, kind of same stuff.
To not give Nintendo $30 is nefarious?
No, I'm not saying that's nefarious. I'm saying if you go to this guy and he cheated to get this thing.
I mean, who could say?
So if you don't know,
I don't know if he got the DLC or not.
Look, I'm saying I don't care how you get it, but don't cheat.
Interesting.
I
don't see what you're saying, but it's so fascinating.
Am I supposed to police someone else? I don't know what this other guy did. Did he do it live on stream? I don't know. But if I'm in your stream and you're doing it, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of fucked.
Interesting.
But like, you're not cheating.
Wait,
at that point, you're not cheating. You didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, getting it. Well, you're still benefiting from cheating.
But we don't know if he cheated or not. Or do we know he cheated? Because you're not saying, do we know he cheated or not? Do we know that he's
it's ambiguous.
Cheater?
He could have or could have not.
Then I can't go off ambiguous information. What the story that is being told right now is I'm either seeing someone cheat and saying that's fucked, I'm reporting it because it's an online game.
Yeah.
But I can't just assume someone cheated or assume someone didn't cheat. We're not assuming.
Yeah.
We're saying we for sure saw X person do something, right? That's cheating. We saw them cheat, we're reporting it.
That's so interesting.
If someone said, oh, did you hear Beau did this? I'd be like, did I see Beau do that? I can't go off of hearsay. I can't go off of, oh, maybe he did. We don't know if the guy did or not. If the guy wants to send you a fucking Blastoise, how am I going to know if he cheated or not? And unless he says, yeah, I duped this shit. Come watch me on stream do it. Then I'd be like, I'm reporting you. I have to get my Blastoise.
That's so fascinating.
Is that morally gray? I don't think it is. I think it's actually a fair assessment.
I think that the competitive spirit is unaffected if I generate a Pokemon that I was guaranteed to get anyway, and the difference is that I didn't give a corporation $30.
Well, you think that because you're benefiting from it.
I don't think I am.
Yeah, you kind of.
In what way?
Because you're literally.
Did I save $30? I'm not competitively benefiting.
No. Just do what everyone else does and find someone with it and have them trade it to you. You don't have. I'm not saying buy.
Yeah, even that. Like, what's the difference?
Because
like you can say it's cheating, but what's the difference?
It's not cheating.
Ultimately.
It's not cheating.
No. I'm saying physically in the game, what's the difference? Not like morally, what's the difference? What's the difference?
Because you're obtaining a thing you
competitively?
weren't supposed to have in the game if you don't have the DLC.
Or a person to trade with, right? For free.
Or a person to trade with. If you don't have a person to trade with, get friends. Just go on Reddit, find someone who will trade it.
But you're
That's not
telling me
cheating.
morally the difference. You're telling me morally the difference. I'm saying competitively, what's the difference? If my opponent doesn't know where I got it from, do you see what I'm saying?
Sure, but
a cheated
you know
one
where
and
you
a
got
real
it from,
one,
and your viewers would know.
There's no impact.
There is.
What is it?
The thing that like you weren't supposed to have it because you don't have the DLC. I know you're working in your head how to spin this.
No, but you're saying you're not supposed to have the DLC, and then or a guy.
Just either get the guy or the DLC. That's it.
Yeah, but what's the difference between getting the guy and getting the bot? Practically, not morally, not it's cheating, not practically. Practically, what's the difference? It's free for me either way. What does it matter if it's Greg from down the block or somebody's hacked Nintendo Switch giving me the exact same thing for no cost that my opponent will never know the difference about?
The thing is, right? We're not talking about if you're doing it, like if you're doing it live on stream,
sure,
you're cheating. That's the difference.
Like if you see the trade happen, but you don't see who's on the other side of the trade between me and the bot or me and Greg.
That we assume the other person you're trading with is a person, right? You trade with people.
Every time.
Every time.
Even if I am trading a bot openly, I'm not saying it.
Well, no one would know. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's my point.
If no one knows it's not detectable, you're cheating, but no one's gonna know. We're not talking about that.
That's my point.
Yeah, but the point doesn't matter because that's not the conversation.
I feel like I feel like it is. Because if you're watching it happen and you still can't tell the difference, why is it cheating?
It's not. Because again, going back to the original point, going back to the original thing, someone has to report it. So we're not saying if people don't know you're cheating, but you're cheating. Who cares?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who cares? Literally. If it's a bot that I'm trading or not, if you're watching it happen and you can't tell it's cheating while you're watching it happen, why count it as cheating then?
And we're not counting it as cheating because no one reports it. I don't know why it's weird that you're stuck on this. No one's reporting it, so it's not cheating. No one knows it's... I don't... You're telling me...
No, surely wall hacking is cheating whether it's reported or not. It's still wall hacking.
It's still wall hacking, but no one's going to know. We're not talking about if someone... We're talking about if someone finds you doing it, is it okay for you to do, right? We're talking about like Twitch's system being, if you're found cheating, we should ban you. Nothing else.
Okay.
Because if no one knows you're cheating, how am I going to know to report you and know you're cheating? No one would know. So it's like a game of like, doesn't matter because no one knows. It's going to be a game and I'm going to be like, damn, that guy was good. I don't know you're cheating. But if you're doing it live on stream and I know you're cheating, I'm going to report you for it. That's what I'm saying. It's as simple as that. No? Like there shouldn't be a weird moral thing because me as a person, I go, that guy's not cheating. Okay, move on. I'm not saying it's moral or not, but I'm saying from the player perspective, if I'm in your stream watching you cheat, I'm reporting you.
Oh, I meant like the opponent perspective. Like the person being cheated against who doesn't realize.
Well, if the person is too dumb to realize they're being cheated against live on stream where it's happening and it's showing, then like I guess you deserve that.
Well, I'm just not a viewer. I just mean like randoms.
Well, I mean, you can't like the randoms aren't going to report you for cheating unless it's like in game. Then it's like an in game thing. I'm talking about on stream. I'm talking about the Twitch rule as it stands.
Yeah.
Not this weird bot.
Well, the Twitch rule is about reporting cheating, right? So it doesn't become cheating when you report it. It was cheating.
If you're using a tool to dupe a Pokemon live on stream, that's going to help you in tournament. That's cheating.
Interesting. Fascinating. Okay, interesting. So,
am I saying I'm going to like narc on you and report you for doing it? Maybe. No, I don't know. I'm not probably not doing that.
Maybe. That's so funny. Well, no. Okay, so how fascinating. So within the context of like how we define cheating for the sake of like to circle back to where we started. for the sake of how we define cheating, you're saying cheating should include not just things that give a competitive edge statistically or practically, but also things that like save you time hitting an end goal that someone else would also have to spend the time getting to.
I think it's not that hard to understand. It's simply doing something the game doesn't allow you to do, and you have cheated to get a thing, a currency, a time saver, whatever it is.
Yeah,
other people aren't doing that, so it's cheating.
Interesting.
And people would see you doing that live on stream and go, "Oh, I want to do that. Give me the time saver thing." It's cheating.
And is that the same? Do you think that applies just to third-party programs or also like in-game stuff?
Sure,
like to go back to your point about like, did you fell under?
Sure.
Well, no, like going back to like what you were saying is like, hey, you fell under a city. Are you cheating? Are you exploiting?
No, because it didn't.
Like that
I didn't have you duped the blue essence with a purpose. The people saw you do that, and you're like, hey guys,
so accidental stuff doesn't count.
No, accidental shouldn't count. No. Now, like if I accidentally get DC'd from WoW, right, and I accidentally dupe something in my inventory and don't report it, if WoW finds out, they'll ban me for that. I have to report that if that happens.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can get banned in like WoW if you accidentally do something nefarious.
Interesting.
And I think
you have to self-report. If an accident happens, you have to self-report.
Like, yeah, if you know of a bug and it accidentally happens to you, if you don't self-report that, and you might be a big streamer with an A in your name at the start, you can get banned for that.
That's so funny.
But it's like, but that's not cheating, sure. Like, we're not going to say that's cheating. But if I actively go, oh, cool, I have a new mount, I'm going to sell it, then I like benefited from something I should have reported. And then if you report it, usually they'll go like, oh, please delete it, blah, 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 or they'll delete it themselves. They'll like erase it from the inventory, right? I'm not saying it happens all the time. I'm saying if something like that happened, you need to report that, or else you get in trouble, because what's going to happen is you're going to hold that close to the chest. You're going to do it, tell friends, and then once everyone starts doing it, everyone gets banned. You know what I mean? And so, because if they do find out, it does happen. If you're using like the new bot system that people don't know about, and they figure it out because they have a team that like searches bots and like figures it out, they'll ban everyone at the same time. I think a couple months ago or like last year, they banned like 1,000 to 2,000 accounts, just bam, gone. Using this software, they found the trace of the software within the thing, boom, gone. So like, I'm saying if you're doing that stuff, yeah, it's cheating. But like, if I accidentally go under the city, I'm not like affecting anyone by accidentally doing that. Sure, I shouldn't go, hey, by the way, there's this broken part of the city where you can go under and like get everyone's inventories or something. It's like nefarious like that, sure, like that's bad. You're like
under and get everyone's inventories is so funny.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or like, remember when we were talking about the Diablo stuff, how like would they coded it in a way where like the server would open everyone's inventory if you're in the city?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you were able to do that somehow and get access to everyone's inventory,
like the items actually showed up.
Goofy bug, but you're not like, as a good person, you're not supposed to be like, I'm just gonna pick and take some stuff here and there. Like, you don't do that, right? You go, that's kind of fucked, I gotta report that. Usually a person would go, okay, I'm not supposed to take everyone's inventory. Just to have access to it accidentally. Not that it happened, but I'm saying if it did, like, you wouldn't do that.
How would you feel if it gave you the item, but it didn't take it from the other person?
Doesn't matter.
Really?
I'd be like, this is not out. No, because it's not worry. I understand what you're saying. Every little thing you're gonna do is try to point out. But what if
I'm
it
just
doesn't
wondering about
affect the other
victimless
person?
stuff. I'm wondering about victimless stuff.
Okay, Robin Hood is still bad. It's not intended.
Oh, you would arrest Robin Hood? Whoa! I was not expecting that to come out on stream.
Is this a
My
crazy
man said
take?
he's in the favor of the King Lion.
I'm not. I'm just saying if you're playing a game, stop fucking cheating, because it's ruining everyone else's time.
Damn. My man said Big Daddy Lion needs his taxes. Okay, I hear you.
And you might be thinking, you might spin it and go like, oh, so he's gonna go out and fucking like look for fucking everyone. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, well,
but I'm saying, if I come across someone who's cheating, I'm gonna hit the report button. Fuck you.
Interesting. Okay, fascinating. Even in a victimless sense, just the concept of cheating morally deserves to be banned.
Well, again, if it's an online game, there's a victim. It's a community. The community is victim of you doing that cheating, whatever it is. If it's a single player game, there is no victims because it's single player. And I would even say PvE games. If you're in like fucking Warframe or something, and not in like Destiny 2 and not in PvP or something, just in a raid, and you're like just cheating to skip to the end of the raid. Yeah, fucking ban. Like get like you're doing something to get ahead of another player because it's an online game.
Sure.
And but so that
even PvE in that way is a little bit versus in the sense that you're like going for drops, right?
Or there's something. Like a guild that got banned in WoW for exploiting a boss fight.
What was the exploit?
In the raid? The exploit was like they were like they came in the raid with a bunch of buffs that weren't supposed to have. And so they knowingly like exploited this thing where they did like crazy fucking damage to the boss and killed it.
Okay.
And it was during a time where like this isn't old content, this is like current content. So you're basically like getting ahead of other guilds by being able to do this exploit.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like a damage exploit where people were coming in and doing like dumb amounts of damage. And they did this over and over again and didn't report it. So, go figure. So it's like,
okay.
So like, I don't think it was one of the famous guilds or whatever, but it was a guild where I was like, okay, guys, what are we doing?
Interesting. So they were farming this boss with stats they weren't supposed to have.
And getting, obviously, the gear from the boss. Because
so they're getting the drops.
With a
And the
exploit.
Drops include also some kind of statistical benefit.
Yeah, because it boosts your guild's rank on the guild rankings. Then like think of like you have higher rank, you get recruited, you get recruitment easier. People want to be in your guild because of the higher rank, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's status.
Okay. Got it. And ostensibly this boss is like not some like Crab Beach trash mob that anyone can just walk in
this
and kill.
This is a raid boss. No, this is like a current tier raid boss. Yeah, this is like big deal kind of shit.
Because I'm assuming if they had a bunch of buffs they weren't supposed to have and they were farming like wolf pelts that can be, they're like 1 copper wolf pelts, no one gives a shit. That's So this,
or like a year ago, there's a guild that got banned because they got found to be real money trading. So they were working with a boosting community, if you know, kind of understand the concept of a boosting community where you pay gold and you're able to like, they get a team together and they run you through the dungeon. So like you're like a rich oil exec. You don't have time. I don't have time to play WoW. I just want to be really strong.
Elon Musk or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So the guild was paying them money for gold, which is against the rules because gold is the economy of WoW, right? So they were using this gold to buy pots, mats, everything they can to like boost their characters up to get higher, like to be one of the first guilds to like beat the raid. So you're basically paying money to have a huge advantage on the other team, which obviously you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
And they basically got caught for this, and either half or like a majority of the guild got banned, like the team that did this.
And
they like ended up disbanding because it was like a really huge controversy. I don't know if they have their accounts back, but they were like actioned on for a little bit.
And the mechanic by which that boosting happens is that they just let you like tag along in the dungeon while they clear it?
So the idea is they went to this boosting community as like a bank kind of. The boosting community was like, hey, we'll give you this gold, but you're going to do runs for us. Or you're going to do this or that. So basically, you pay, I pay you, Beau, who is a warrior tank, to run me or boost my character to max level for 100,000 gold. They take that money and they have these like huge banks full of gold. But what are you going to do with that gold? Some of them fucking sell them for money, which real money transactions aren't supposed to happen, right? You're not supposed to buy gold for money. That's against the rules unless it's through like a WoW token, which is another thing. Don't want to get into it. It's not the WoW podcast, but you know what I mean? There's a system you're not supposed to do because you're going to get money for gold for very, very cheap. They probably paid like thousands of real dollars for millions and millions, if not a billion gold to spend on mats to spend on, because with those mats you can make gear, you can make pots and stuff, things that other guilds are going to struggle to acquire at the beginning of the raid. So it gives you that competitive advantage in the sense there is a race to world first.
Sure.
Which is the first guild to kill the whole raid gets the crowned race to world first.
Right.
Winner or whatever.
But the actual like boosting process when they're like
that's not against the rules because you're not spending real money. You're giving them gold.
It's just giving gold. That's the whole boosting process. It's just giving gold.
But these boosters, these boosting communities have large. You could imagine hundreds of people going to them spending gold. Right. They have that gold to then, this guild was found buying it with real dollars. Obviously, you don't want that happening because there's no mechanic in the game to buy something with real dollars unless it's the WoW token.
You're paying them on PayPal or whatever, and then they're just trading you the gold for nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, for like pennies on the dollar. Like essentially you're getting your friends like duping you $1 billion gold or $1 billion whatever in Pokemon.
Right, like,
hey,
give me a wolf pelt, I'll give you $1 billion gold, and then also PayPal me $400 or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know the currency exchange, but
or like pay us back with your time with like running groups or whatever, and they like run groups for them, whatever the transaction is. You know what I mean?
Well, paying back with time to run groups, that seems...
No, they're paying the money. The money's being paid.
Oh. I misheard.
The guild is now the debtor, if that makes sense. The guild paid the money to acquire gold, but they have to pay that gold back. Like, they have to do something to get that, like... How to explain it? I guess they wouldn't actually have to do anything. Actually, scratch that. I got two concepts mixed up. They're either going to pay money, which is the nefarious way to do it, right? You pay money for the gold.
Right.
Or you say, hey, I'm going to take a loan out. They're debtors. I'm going to take a loan out for this gold, and we'll pay you back in doing runs. That's not illegal.
I was going to say, that part seems fine.
Money. I was getting two concepts mixed up. I was tongue-tied there for a minute. Tongue locked.
I see.
I was trying to say there is one wrong way to do it, and there's one wrong way to do it.
Right.
And I just said they were... look, I get tongue-tied a little bit.
No, I'm with you. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, two concepts. One is nefarious, one is not. They both kind of ruin the game in one way or another. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a personal opinion.
Wait, you think... Oh, I see. You think that it ruins the game...
are just annoying in general.
Even the not money version is ruining something.
I guess there's something to say for a free market. You should let people do what they want. I just think boosting kind of like ruins the vibe, It kind of ruins the vibe. You have to see people. They had to create a whole new chat channel so you could like ignore it, basically. People just like selling boosts.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, that's every MMO.
Yeah, it's
We've
just
all
kind
seen LFS, right?
Yeah. So anyway, that's just a thing. And like, if you're real money trading, I think you should be banned too. Like, if you're real money, like buying amount for $100, yeah, like get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Get fucked. Because it's essentially cheating. You cheated the system. You should have paid gold for it. You didn't.
Essentially cheated.
It is cheating. Not essentially. It is.
Oh, okay.
It's 100% cheating. Because again, it's an online game. If you're in Warcraft 3 and you pay to have a big titty night elf, that's fine. Whatever. You paid for a mod that gives your night elves big titties and BBLs. Okay, that's fine. You're not hurting anyone because you're playing a RTS.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Now, if you're playing the RTS and you're not playing competitively and you're just playing the RTS and you're like running around with big titty bitches doing 100 damage to everything, cool, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
If you're playing Pokemon, you have a dude Pokemon, great, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're online battling other people who are essentially, we're hoping, aren't cheating as well, then I think the cheating is kind of fucked. If I'm playing against someone, I expect them not to be cheating. That's the goal.
Okay. And the boosting process, again, if I understand, is just giving a bunch of gold to the person so they can buy stuff.
Boosting is, I have a new character. I made a new character on a different realm, different server. I paid Joe to level my character 1 to 70. Joe doesn't touch my account I stay on my account and he takes my character with me playing it through things to level it up really fast. And I pay him at the end of it 100,000 gold. No money was transferred, no person was on my account, and no botting occurred.
Okay, right.
That's not what we're saying.
You're just giving gold in exchange for saying, "Can I tag along to get the EXP?"
That's not bad. That's fine.
Right.
If I pay him money to do that, that is wrong. That is bad. That's against the TOS.
Sure.
Because I acquired that money in game, so I paid him with my money in game. I think you're trying to work the why is real money transactions in a game bad?
I'm not trying to work it. I'm just trying to follow.
Money for gold is bad. Money for gold doesn't happen unless you specifically use the WoW token, which is another situation. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter for the conversation. Conversation at hand is the guild got in trouble because they spent money. They spent upwards of thousands of dollars on millions of dollars of gold, not only effectively possibly ruining the economy of whatever server they were on, because each server specifically has certain items that are only locked to that server's economy, or they have game-wide economies that they're potentially wrecking in having nefariously got all this gold and then spending that gold, just bam, buying a bunch of shit. So you can understand if I just happened across $1 billion and I went to Walmart and bought everything out, that might upset the supply chain of, oh no, we have nothing. So you've nefarious. If I stole $1 billion and now I've just bought everything in the 10-mile vicinity and everyone here is like, oh fuck, we can't like get water because Connor bought up all the water and took a shower with it. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're just describing scalpers, no?
Well, scalping's bad too. That's the different podcast.
But not illegal.
Not illegal, but it's not scalping.
Should be. It
should be.
But
it kind of is. But scalpers are getting taxed now, but that's a different thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Ticket scalpers are taxed now, like a heavy tax bracket.
I mean, the motherfuckers that buy like sneakers and PlayStations and shit.
Oh, fuck those guys too. But yeah, no, like real money transactions happen quite a bit, and it's just like if you get caught, you're banned.
Interesting.
It's not like, it's simple. Don't spend money on gold.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of a scalper, right? It's a pretty classic traditional scalper. Someone goes, they're like, I'm going to scalp all these PlayStations. So they like go to a Walmart on stock day and they buy like 500 PlayStations or however many they have in stock at, retail value. And then because there's no more PlayStations, they go on eBay and list them for like 5 times the price.
Yeah, it's not the same. They're not listing anything. Like, it's different. Like, because you're trading currencies. There shouldn't be a currency trade happening with this currency. WoW in itself is an economy, and you have gold as the source of that economy, right?
Okay.
And you're using real dollars from real world money and going, aha, I want currency in your world. You have to do things to get currency in that world, none of which is buying it. End of discussion.
Oh.
So that's bad.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's against TOS. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the rules. It's against TOS.
Okay. So interesting. So should gold trading just not be allowed? Surely that would solve it, right? Just makes so you can't trade gold anymore? And that
No, because you can buy things for gold. Like, WoW has an open economy, but within WoW, like trading
I see.
Because
even if you couldn't trade gold, you could still like have the other person list a wolf pelt for 4 billion gold and then just buy the wolf pelt. Oh. So the only way to stop it would be to completely prevent the transfer of gold between players, which is not an option because that's the entire premise of the economy anyway.
Yeah, the WoW has an economy for a reason. You just can't. It's against it's like kind of like if you were using Ivory you know how ivory is kind of like illegal in certain areas
in real life.
I think so, right? Because it's like illegal ivory.
Yeah, you can't poach ivory. No, of course not.
So like if you traded ivory for another currency, obviously it's illegal to have that. So you can't have that currency because that thing is already illegal.
Yeah.
Right. So the money is illegal to transfer to gold. So any gold spent with that money or bought with that money is illegal gold. In the same way that selling an illegal item like illegally caught or possessed ivory and selling that is now illegal money because you have illegal thing for illegal money. So if you were caught doing that, they would take your money and your stuff, what's ever left. So that's what WoW does. They take the gold and they say, you can't have that, bitch. You spent money on this.
Right.
Same thing other than the fact real money goes into digital currency. Obviously, with ivory, it's real thing for real thing, but it's illegal. So the other thing becomes illegal.
Right. No,
like if the cops stop you and you're selling weed, they're taking the weed and the money you made from that because that's the illegal sale of that thing. So the gold being spent or the money being spent on the gold is a legal transaction.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see. Okay. And then but we do feel like boosting is also a problem without the money?
Morally, I just don't like boosting. But that's I'm not saying that's totally a problem. I'm saying personally, I don't do it because I don't like it.
I see.
I'm not saying that's illegal. I'm not saying you can go boost if you want. I don't like the concept of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. No, sorry. If I made the distinction, it was illegal to do that. It's not.
Oh,
because you're not spending real money to do it.
Like that's not cheating within the confines of the TOS or whatever.
If I go to a website and then spend $200 for you to level me from 1 to 70 and some nefarious person gets on my account to level me, that's against TOS.
Right.
Because obviously someone else being on your account, so on and so forth.
Okay. Interesting.
That makes sense. You have a confused look on your face, but I don't think it should be confusing.
That's really funny. No. I follow the premise of why ruining an economy is bad.
Mm-hmm.
I follow the premise of why... I mean, well, the TOS is the TOS regardless. But I follow the premise of why you wouldn't want people to trade gold for cash. Follow that. I'm not certain I understand the difference between paying someone in-game gold versus paying someone real money to, like, be boosted without someone getting on your... Like, if you're just like, hey, like, walk me through these dungeons for a while to 70 for cash. That seems kind of the same, but...
It's the same as, like, the person who's buying the ivory doesn't have illegal money, but that money becomes illegal when you buy the ivory and then you get caught. They take both. Same concept. It's like the money's not illegal. You can buy the boost. The boost being bought with the money is illegal. That's the illegal part.
And that's the confusing part to me. I don't see why that matters. Like I understand it's against TOS, so it matters for TOS reasons.
Outside like, I don't see... money shouldn't be affecting the game as a whole.
I feel like it's only affecting player motivation, not the actual game outcome.
No, because so I didn't want to make this the WoW podcast, right? And you're kind of forcing me to do this because
I see.
Yeah. So basically, there's a WoW token. The WoW token is think of it as like I buy stock in something, and the price is this day, depending on the buying and trading of the thing, right?
Okay.
You know how stock is dependent on the buying and trading and how the thing is doing. Yeah. So the more people are playing, usually like the lower the token price is. So you can buy this token with gold. So it has a gold price and a dollar amount. So gold price is equal to the WoW sub price, right? Or I'm sorry, not the WoW sub price. I think tokens like $5 more. So it's $20 for a token, right?
Yeah, right. And a monthly sub is 15.
And a monthly sub is 15. So you buy this token, which really isn't a good value, but you buy it anyway. By the way, you can farm shit a lot easier in WoW than you can buying this token. But you buy the token because you're lazy. And you're like, I want to trade this token for money. Or I can use this token for a sub.
Oh,
See what I'm saying? So you trade the token in for the price of the gold it is that time, right? At that point.
Right, sure.
So you can do that. And usually the gold price is either like $20 for like, I think the highest I've ever seen is like 250,000 or something gold. When
like for one.
For one, when like people aren't really playing, like the game's dead, it's kind of like that's the price because it's high. There's not a lot of trade volume going on, so the price goes up. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in that case, that's fine because that's the law of the land, whatever. Whether you agree with it or not, that's the system that's been set up. So if you do that, that's not nefarious because that is in the game part of the thing. If I farm 2 million gold, and I actually did this for Diablo 4, I can turn that gold into tokens and go from tokens into Blizzard balance. So real money, like Blizzard fake money, right? And I can turn that Blizzard balance into Diablo 4 or a WoW expansion or whatever, right?
Yeah, you spend it like it's a gift card or whatever.
Buying gold essentially circumvents the system that is now already in place. So usually, like a long time ago, WoW was like, hey, against TOS, you can't do this. That was just like the rules, and they kind of solidified it with this system. So now you're breaking the system and circumventing the economy. Think of it as like insider trading or like whatever, because you're buying this gold, right, for pennies on the dollar, way under the token price. So you're essentially scamming to get more value. Right? Because then you can turn that gold into more money that you didn't spend. But the thing is, these gold farmers have just shit tons of gold anyway, either by duping or just having stores and stores and stores of gold. Yeah. And they can sell that gold at a really cheap discount. I didn't mean this to be an economic lesson, but essentially that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, no, of course. And
ergo,
well, I was teaching biology earlier, so I mean, honestly.
Yeah, true. It's been a very top-heavy podcast today.
It's an educational day. It's economics and Facebook. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Huh. So relative to the idea of... So relative to the idea of the Twitch situation, where their cheating rules are now... You get like a clip of what you've done, and then...
Yep.
Yeah. What? So I guess they just give you a clip of... How would that... What does that look like, getting caught doing that in like a WoW sense, do you think?
In a WoW sense? Well, I'm assuming
or any sense where like the cheating part is like a PayPal transaction that happens off... Like they'd have to be showing their PayPal, right? Like how would one... How does
I guess
Twitch...
if I was dumb, I'd be like, hey, Bo, guess what I got today? A bunch of gold I bought on this new gold buying website.
Popping off about it?
I guess that's the only way you would be caught.
Huh.
But even then, I think WoW has, and this isn't even a Twitch thing, WoW has algorithms that track gold being sent between players. And if that looks very suspicious, they'll send you like a, hey, by the way, it looks suspicious on your account. You know it's against the rules to buy gold, right? That's like their one warning shot, and then they hit you with the headshot. Like they don't fuck around with gold farming. They don't fuck around with like, that's something they like are strictly like buying gold and like cheating, as in like hacking or like damage hacking or whatever. If you find something that works, they're going to be on your ass. Your account's going to get banned. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah. They have, and that's not like a Twitch thing. They don't need Twitch for that. That's internal algorithms checking like, this is weird. This guy has been sending 7 payments of $1 million to this one other account that has there's not on his friends list. It's not this, it's not that. They have algorithms that like check that stuff. They have like a war room, if you could imagine, of like they could check the data, they can check the servers, they can check the logs to see this is weird, this is interesting, this should be looked at, such and such. No, this character joined this guild, they got 400 million gold from this guild and they left. Interesting, noted, this might be a gold selling guild. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, sure.
It's even down to like that level. It's even down to like the in-game mail going, oh, that's weird. You sent 500 million gold to a not account-bound character. Interesting. We're going to note that. If that continues to happen, banned. Or we're going to send you the warning shot, banned.
Huh. So
because
and
there
that's
would
like
be no
automated,
reason,
or is that
right?
people, do you think?
There's a team. There's like a Pirate Software used to work on, I think, one of the banning teams or whatever.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah. He's talks about like they banned accounts and stuff a long time ago when he was working for him.
Interesting.
So they have like an internal team. So it's like I think the system in itself of like triggering a warning to them is like probably an AI type situation. Right. But they have a team that goes, let's go through and like, is this a bot? Is this not? Is this a bot? Is this not? So on and so forth. You know what I mean? Though Twitch doesn't usually. They just have an AI, and that's the kind of issues we run into where like someone gets banned for nothing. You've seen the tweets, right? Of like, I don't know what I did. Usually 50-50 chance you either did something wrong and you're just dumb as fuck, or you didn't do anything, right?
Well, yes. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
So hopefully right, the clip will then stop that from happening, right? I'd imagine.
Sure.
I'd hope. Because then if literally nothing is on the clip, then I'm reporting that to Twitch, and then they have to review it with a person and go, oh yeah, that's some fucked up. Like there's evidence of nothing happening.
That's interesting.
Right?
Okay. So
and it's
in
a
the
clip.
same...
And and it's a clip, so there's audio. So if you say, I didn't do anything, then they're like, yeah, but you just said you cheated. Well, then that's cheating, right?
Sure.
Like,
if you admit,
obviously, if there's intent, right? Yeah, if you audibly admit it, then you did it, right?
Right.
If
Versus
I said
if the audio of the clip is like, yo, how did that happen?
Yeah, if like in no particular words I said, I might have a big swath of anime somewhere hiding that I didn't buy, allegedly, then that would be hypothetically.
Interesting. So so regarding that same concept, like, then would it not be affecting the larger scale player experience in a game like WoW for cosmetic mods like Goku Lux or whatever? That is money that Riot doesn't get, which could be spent on development of the game. Ergo, you're defrauding the company for the value of a skin because you were instead not buying a skin because you're using the custom one instead for free.
Well, they don't offer a Goku skin, so no. I would say, well, you didn't have a Goku skin. I wanted a Goku skin. I wouldn't buy the skin anyway.
Oh, so you're saying like it's not like, oh, they were looking for a Lux skin. You're saying the Goku skin makes it a different market entirely.
Yeah, it's not. If I'm playing Goku, I'm there. One, I probably either like Dragon Ball Super or Daima, and I'm like on a weird list already. But if I'm doing that in League of Legends, then like
I respect that.
I see what I did there.
I like.
By the way, crashed one streaming site one time.
True. So I'm told.
So allegedly. But you know what I mean? It's like stuff like that. It's like it doesn't matter because it's not like doing anything to the game. You fucked with like Riot or whatever, but like that's not really fucking with Riot because they'd like, okay, if there's a Goku skin and you're just using the free mod version of the Goku skin, then I could see maybe of like Riot not being happy about that, but I don't see that as hacking. Like they're not saying we're coming after modders, hold tight bitches. They're sure. Like Twitch isn't saying, yeah, your Venom Big Dong skin, we're coming for you. Did you hear about the Venom Big Dong skin?
No.
There's
I believe
mod,
you immediately.
and there's a mod in Marvel Rivals that gave Venom huge like endowment.
Just big old dick, eh?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because like that's most of what the modding community does in most games.
Sure. So like
big
that's
boobs,
not
big dicks.
So like that's not like they're not cheating doing that. You're not like winning a game because you're fucking. Now, if like your dick pointed to like where the team was, like okay, we're cheating there, right?
Like a divining rod, like it was like a compass. Yo, that's
You know what
big.
you know what I mean? It's like, if
Okay.
Goku, if Goku in your Lux skin, if Goku's hair went Super Saiyan every time an enemy was around in, let's say, Fog of War,
Yeah,
then
like a
we're
warning.
cheating, right? Then we're reporting that and
Sure.
going in the notes, going like they're lit because you have to like write something now when you report on Twitch. You have to go like tell us what happened here, and you would say, oh, they went Super Saiyan if like Dragon Ball Z in brackets went Super Saiyan every time an enemy was around. They're Fog of War hacking or whatever. And then someone would review that and go, oh yeah, get fucked, right? Like you have like that's cheating. Like we're all in agreement that if a skin is alerting you to something or showing you something on the ground that the skin doesn't already do in the game, we're cheating at that point.
Right. Yeah,
So
if there's
fine.
an enemy
like,
in the bush just like turns blue.
Yeah, and WoW has mods. Like you don't get penalized in WoW for having a mod that changes UI or anything like that. That's fine. I use mod, like we all use mods. If you're a WoW player who's been playing for any amount of time, you have some sort of mod installed. And that's completely fine. That's not like
I'm sure there's like
illegal
loot
or
filters or something, or
loot filters, full UI changes.
Probably that thing that like shows damage charts mid-fight or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. So like that's all fine and dandy. Like that's not cheating. Yeah. And I would say that if you hated like League's UI and they had a whole UI thing, I wouldn't say that's cheating either. Like if it changes UI, the UI doesn't do anything for the game, right? Like we're in agreement of like a UI change because you hate League's UI. Okay, whatever. Doesn't do anything. You know what I mean?
And hating League's UI, by the way, very fair. Because
the UI, the fucking I don't know if you've used the launcher lately, the browser thing, fucking garbage now. It's been garbage for a while. You couldn't even start the game up the other day.
Yeah, what am I talking about? I was going to say I didn't get into the League client at all because they wanted me to install Riot Vanguard. And by the way, Riot Vanguard, I had to uninstall it because it made it so I couldn't use any program that wanted to access my mic or camera. I couldn't use Discord and OBS. They just wouldn't open. It just wouldn't do it. And then as soon as I uninstalled Vanguard, everything was fine. Didn't even have to restart my computer after, to be clear. I stayed Vanguard gone, and then OBS and Discord were fine. So
yeah, no, that's kind of tough, huh?
I don't know if there's like a thing that I can fix on my side so I can play League again once every 6 years. But like, let me tell you, fuck a Vanguard.
Brother,
that shit sucks.
I have had Vanguard blue screen my computer twice.
That's what mine was doing.
But I haven't had it like block. Yeah, I was there when it happened. I haven't had it block like any communications though. Like I've been able to play. Though you know what? The fucking Riot their launcher fucking ass. I'm like, guys, if we're doing a launcher, bro, can we just forego every game having its own launcher? Can you just put it on Steam? Can I just download the fucking game from Steam and it work? Can we just do that for every game?
You say that.
Like,
but some Steam games open a launcher when you try to play the game, and fuck that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Can we stop doing that for every game? Why does fucking Cyberpunk 2077 need a launcher? Why does City Skylines need a fucking Paradox launcher? Motherfucker, I'm not signing up for whatever thing you want me to sign up for.
Yeah, fuck a newsletter. I don't care.
I don't need a newsletter. Guess what?
Agreed.
Steam has it built into the fucking app. It's built in to give me the news on the game that you give it.
Yeah, a launcher only makes sense on a console, and only in the sense that the launcher is like a dashboard where you decide what downloaded game to play.
I fucking can't.
Genshin has a launcher. Nikki has a launcher. What? I don't understand. And by the way, hey, same way, I'm going to say this too. Fuck a one-player game that needs an internet connection. Go fuck yourself with that.
Well, yeah, that's true.
If it's a one-player only game and I need to connect to the internet to play it, shut the fuck up.
The Nouveau games that have to be online because it has to connect to the server to do the handshake that we didn't steal the game. Yeah, that shit's dumb as fuck.
Like, I should be able to play a one-player game in offline mode. Suck my dick with that. Is that too aggressive for the podcast? I don't think so.
It's goofy because at a certain point, they do end up removing it. Like, games do end up removing it at some point, but it's after, of course, all the sales were made. And here's the thing. If games were priced in a way that made sense, people would buy them. If your game wasn't $80 in was finished in 20 hours, hey, I'm just saying, if the game costs $400 million to make, and you're kind of worried it's going to make its money back, just kill it. Take it out back and kill it. Don't do a Concord. Don't do a fucking, have you seen the real money $ thing or whatever the game is called? It's going to be coming out soon. Hold on. It's a live service PlayStation game.
I've not seen that. I'll tell you what, though. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say some shit right now. I got some shit to say.
Fair game $ is what it's called.
Fair game $?
And when I say like fair game, and it's not like $ in words, it's fair game, all one word, $. I
no, I know
not.
You meant. Yeah, like leaving no money. I get you.
Yeah. Steal from the rich. The game.
That's
literally.
What I'm saying. Don't buy the Nintendo DLC. Have a bread, trade your Urshifu.
Made by a AAA company.
Yeah.
Steal from the rich.
Well,
literally.
Yes. I knew you'd come back to the Robin Hood arc. Hell yeah.
It's tone deaf.
Well, yeah. And I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this too. I'm going to say this right now.
Sure.
Games are... Now, people are going to be upset at me for saying this, and I know that. But it's okay. But just buckle up. Put on your diaper. It's okay. But just listen up for a minute. Games are the cheapest they've ever been.
100%. Yeah. No, for
right
sure.
Now,
but they're expensive.
Yes.
They're expensive.
They sure are. And they're the cheapest. If there is an $80 game right now, a game that is $80 right now, that's the cheapest a game. That's it.
And people might be wondering.
Because Super Metroid, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting on the Super Nintendo in 1993 was $95 fucking dollars. And it was made by like 9 guys on 3 computers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And now, instead of a $95 Street Fighter 2, we have an $80 game made by like, I don't know, 1,000 people, 16 studios. It's all ray traced bullshit trying to burn down 3 rainforests to make you have an extra little bit of light through the fog.
True.
Like,
true.
Do you know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is, games are the cheapest they've ever been, basically, and also significantly too expensive. Significantly too expensive.
And people might be confused. We're talking about, like, for inflation's sake, they're
well, not even with inflation. It
True.
literally is $15 cheaper to buy an $80 game right now than a $95 game in 1993.
No, 100%.
With no inflation at all, it's $15 cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you account for inflation, like I think in 1993, a $95 game before tax, mind you, I'm pretty sure inflation-wise that ends up being like, what, $145 or $160 now or some shit like that?
Something like that. And also you got to understand too, the dollar went through a lot of changes. So like, you know, when we say, okay, $95 game back then, the current, like, things dropped in price significantly for a while, but now they're like, we're getting back up there. So like, we're not saying like, oh, you know, poor us because game prices are rising. We're saying games should actually be more expensive and somehow they're not.
Yes, right. Games, it's crazy that games are going down in price relatively, not even necessarily accounting for inflation. They're just going down, but the production cost is going up exponentially. And I'll tell you what the solution is. Motherfucking, I'll tell you the solution, brother. Games should look not as good. And no one should give a fuck.
That's true.
If there's not ray traced perfect lighting in Last of Us, fuck you good.
Brother, you know what?
Who cares?
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about this whole conversation? You know what's even like more like, okay, so we're talking about like cost of games, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of this AI stuff is really hopefully going to bring down the cost of things, not because we're making better products, but because we're like laying people off, right? Like we have less people working on this stuff.
Well, like the
Did
whole
you
Marvel Rivals
see?
team just got fucking bonked.
It's true. Well, the Marvel Rivals like R&D team, I think it wasn't like the whole team. It was like the American like 5-person like R&D team
Yeah, it was the
in
Seattle-based
Seattle.
guys. Yeah.
Did you hear about the Microsoft thing they just released?
No.
The new Microsoft products? Oh, fucking get this. You ready?
Sure.
If you're going to school for art and you want to do like concept art, get fucked, I guess. Hear me out. Microsoft Muse. So like the band Muse, Microsoft Muse. It's from the official blog on Microsoft's website. Microsoft introduces the world's first human action model, better known as WAM.
No.
So do you remember the developers Ninja Theory at all?
I know Team Ninja. I don't know Ninja Theory.
Jamie, if they're around, might be able to pick up what games Ninja Theory has done. However, they're a developer under Microsoft, and they're developing WAM. I don't think it's Team Ninja. I think it's called Ninja Theory. But anyway, they are developing WAM and WHAM, and it's supposed to effectively support human creatives. Now, when you hear that, you go, oh, that's cool. It's a tool that they'll be able to use to like do stuff, right? Here we go, baby. So current Muse instances were trained on human gameplay data, visuals, and controller actions. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. It's going to be crazy. From the Xbox game Bleeding Edge. And I think Ninja Theory was the developer behind Bleeding Edge. So they're like using their game data as like to train this model.
Jamie is telling me Hellblade and Devil May Cry also.
Sure. Okay. So they're the creators of these franchises. Or not franchises, but games at least. And so in the video they were able to show, they showed a 300 by 180 pixel resolution video.
What was that? 3 by 180?
300 by 180, so kind of small, like not huge, right? This is an AI-generated model. Sure. And they're able to train these models on hundreds, if not thousands or millions of data sets and like screenshots of games. So they're feeding billions of images and controller actions into this AI model, and it's spitting back a playable game from the images and the combat actions and the controller actions, right? So people on audio will be able to go to the Microsoft website and look at Muse. They have screenshots of this AI training to use this stuff, right? So the WAM demonstrator, these are playable demos, by the way. So, for instance, you would be able to feed this AI, right? If you said, I want a Overwatch game in the style of Red Dead Redemption, you would feed it billions of photos of Overwatch, and then you would feed it billions of photos in controller actions of Red Dead Redemption. And the AI would create you a demo version, a demo product at 300 by 180 pixels. And it's like maybe 30 to 45 seconds worth of gameplay to actual play. This is it will allow you to play whatever game it creates. This is, by the way, 7 years of continuous human gameplay has gone into this model.
That is such a fucking mistake.
And it gets worse. I have the chart. Okay, so the chart shows the original game that they added in, like imported right into this thing.
Sure.
And at 100,000 training updates. So training update being, remember, like a image, a controller input, like player data, right? The character is recognizable in the model, in the thing it generates, and the basic movements and geometry are there. All at 10,000, 100,000. Not only are the first two there, but the AI model is able to have zero degeneration over the time span of the loop of the thing it creates. of the demo it creates.
Yeah.
Just with 1 million training updates, or again, data points, those 3, plus correct interaction with PowerCell, so like I'm assuming inputs and whatnot, and model flying mechanics correctly copied from the source data. So it completely copied a mechanic. Now, we're not talking like you're watching a video. The demonstrator is creating a playable demo for these devs to
you hold the controller and you're doing shit. It just happens to be on a Game Boy screen.
Yes, it's kind of dystopian, and I worry that like they're not going to use this for what they intend to use this for.
No,
this
definitely
is gonna be bad.
Yes, this is going to replace entire teams. Correct.
Probably, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is tough. Although I do want to ask you, on the heels of what we just discussed.
Yeah.
On the heels of that, I am curious, because I think we both enjoy ranking things. We're both rankers. We're little rank guys. We've done lists of things in the past. I wonder if you could give me your top open-ended, top 4 to 6 games of all time based only on the quality of gameplay.
Oh, that's tough.
It's difficult, no?
Quality of gameplay being like just systems and just how things interact, how smoothly things interact. Not like, oh, this game has like really good graphics. Just like, wow, I can't believe this game.
Ignore the graphics, ignore the story. Just talking about hitting buttons and having a good ass time. The quality of the system mechanics and the quality of the execution of human input. Like playing the game is really fun.
Hear me out. WoW, for one. WoW, just execution as like one of the first well, because like, you have EverQuest, you have other MMOs at the time that are very like not fluid like WoW is. And the fact that engine creates such a fluid movement and such a fluid, like, just a base for whatever they add into it, it's crazy. And the fact it's still being updated today to still play the game and to add newer mechanics, not talking about graphics. Graphics always improves.
Oh, well, sure.
But like we can fly in a free-form flying pattern now and like completely like fly in ways you could never do 10 years ago in the game.
You're playing
that's also 20 years
now,
old,
right?
Yeah.
Like you're
like
flying.
It's crazy. Yeah. So you have games like that, right? That's one. Another game like Red Dead Redemption, for example, generation-defining game. There are so many mechanics in that game. Brother, when I tell you that game is fucking insane. The game is insane. The amount of stuff they like, you think every mechanic has to be a coded thing. They coded the horse randomly shitting, brother. Who thinks, I would have never thought of that. The horse randomly has bowel movements. Like things act like real things. Snow acts like real snow. Like and that's not like, I'm not saying graphically. I'm just saying the movement and the way the snow kind of pushes and makes the sound effects and stuff. It's great.
When you walk through, does it have the crunchy sound?
Yeah, no, it's crunchy. Like, it's for real.
It's
like real. It's like awesome. Like the sound direction, the systems. I don't know if I can come up with like 5 top 5s, but like. What else?
Sure.
Well, I did 2. Why don't you do 2? Let me think of one.
Bet. Okay, yeah, for sure. I'll say this. For me, Super Smash Melee, GameCube Smash.
Sure.
Brother, movement in that game is unparalleled, unrivaled. If you've ever... the inputs are a little strict and a little tough. And you gotta like get in there and practice for sure. But
other games have tried to do a Smash copy and have failed.
Every single one of every platform fighter that came after Smash specifically wanted to emulate Smash and was shit at it. And that's why they're all dead. Because they all said, oh, Smash is goated, let's do that. And then they didn't. And now they're gone. Rivals of Ether 1 was basically like that, although that might ruffle some feathers to say. Sony PlayStation All-Stars tried to do it and sucked. Nickelodeon, whatever that bullshit was, tried to do it and sucked. Right? There's been so many platform fighter games that try really, really, really hard to be Super Smash Bros. Melee on the Nintendo GameCube. And not just Smash, by the way. Not Brawl, not 64, not Smash 4 for 3DS and Wii. Specifically Melee. And that's it. They want to emulate L canceling. They want to emulate spot, like the wave dashing. They want to emulate dash dancing. They want those particular mechanics. And if you get really good at Smash Melee, brother, is it 4,000 inputs a second? Absolutely. Is it the most rewarding movement experience in any game I've ever played in my entire life? 30 years of gaming, 33 years of gaming at this point? Yeah, by a mile. Moving around in that game is crazy, dude. It shit feels insane. Holy.
Sure.
So that's one of them, definitely. And then a second game that, like, on the merits of the gameplay alone, that I think are like really top tier. If you've ever heard of Monster Sanctuary, I've brought that game up a couple of times.
I think you've talked about it, yeah. You can probably... Yeah. I don't think we talked about it on podcast.
Definitely not on pod.
Yeah, I know we've talked in passing. We've talked about it.
Yeah. But Monster Sanctuary is a, like, 2D platformer monster catching game. Sort of Pokemon-y, I guess, in that way. But it is basically like old, like Metroid, old like Game Boy Advance Castlevania, sort of, in terms of level design. It's like a platformer type beat. The jumping feels really crisp, moving feels really crisp, and the monsters, like every monster has a passive you can activate that like helps you get around or do a thing. Like some of them activate certain switches, some of them are like grapple point thingies, some of them are like mounts you can run around on and stuff. But then the gameplay in combat, it's not like, you know, Mega Man or Metroid where you like shoot stuff or like, you know, throw a thing or hit with a sword or whatever. It is like turn-based RPG combat 3v3. Your team of 3 takes a turn, then their team of 3 takes a turn, like old Final Fantasy kind of.
Sure, yeah.
And every monster has a unique skill tree that is not the same as any other monster in the whole game. They all have their own. Okay. It's like 200 monsters or so, like 180 monsters, and they all have a unique skill tree and different interactions, and like that shit goes hard mechanically in terms of gameplay. That shit's fire.
So to round off my top 5, I have 2 more that I could think of off the top of my head.
Go ahead.
I think one of them has to be City Skylines.
Oh, wow.
Because of like just the scale at which you could do literally whatever you wanted with your city. And it feels like a living, breathing city from like, think of if like, if, you know, the Sims creators didn't get bought by EA, didn't get killed. Like, if they didn't do that and didn't kill SimCity, didn't kill the redo of SimCity, which went horribly, we wouldn't have City Skylines. But man, let me tell you, City Skylines is great. They kind of shit themselves with the sequel, I will say. But the original City Skylines
2, not good.
They're struggling. There's a lot of bugs. They try to be very ambitious, which I love, but you have to hit the mark when you're trying to do that.
Well, true.
And they didn't. And for real, they didn't. But City Skylines 2, City Skylines is definitely one where it's like, just the mechanics of the game. It looks pretty. It looks great. But the mechanics of how you have power, and then like all the DLC add like another city service to the game. So it feels like a real living, breathing city. And like when you change things in the city, everything happens in real time. So populations change, whatever, stuff like that. Sure. So then my next game is probably a game that not a lot of people have heard of, but I would say it's one of my top 5s that I've played recently because of like the mechanics of it. It kind of changed the way I looked at turn-based games.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if you played the League of Legends game Rune King, a League of Legends story.
You know, I almost got it on sale on the Switch, but I didn't actually pick it up. But I've
It's
seen it. I've seen
actually
gameplay of it.
worth playing. It's really cool because it's like
Really?
this open world run around. It's kind of like Final Fantasy, like open world run around.
Okay.
You have different maps, you run around, whatever. But they have these fight sequences, and it's turn-based, right? But the
Okay.
turn-based system, I've never seen this. Maybe someone can correct me. I don't know. But they use a lane system for their turn-based combat. So
Oh,
certain characters live in certain lanes, and certain attacks live in certain lanes. So
can you swap them? Or do
you
you mean like
can,
permanently?
well, no. So like, hear me out. The lanes depend on, like, let's say Braum has a fast lane attack. When you use
Oh,
Braum in the fast lane, he's then the first one that gets targeted to be attacked. Or he has a
okay.
chance to be the first one that gets like primary attack by the enemy. But then you have combat skills that take longer to develop, or like take a turn or two to like go off. And those are like
Yeah.
slow lane. Then you have like defensive lane, I believe. So you have these like different lane tiers of things to like put your abilities in. And then basically the game kind of like throws everyone's abilities in the lane. And then it's like a timeline of when each thing goes off. So you might have
Oh.
one attack goes off first, then you might have two enemy attacks, and then two of like more of your attacks go off. It's hard to explain on stream, but it has a really, really cool turn-based game. Like
Interesting. That's
system.
very fascinating.
Yeah, it was really fun to play. And I was even saying, like, when I was reviewing it, I would love another game like this. It doesn't matter
Wow.
like what universe they used. I would love a game where like it fleshed out this like lane mechanic.
How interesting. Yeah, I like that concept a lot.
It's really cool, right? And then I
Yeah, I love
think
that.
like to round out, I think like Borderlands 2. I think like that's everyone's, like, if you play Borderlands 2, it's just like a once in a, not, I
Oh,
don't know if it's
sure.
once in a generation game like level, but just the gunplay, the quest
It's
felt really
so
well. Like it
that's
just
so
was
funny you
really
said that.
nice.
That's really funny you just said that. Because I was thinking about saying Borderlands 1,
Oh, interesting.
but we both
The-
went for a Borderlands game, and that's tight.
yeah, because I feel like they do what they do right. Like I don't necessarily play shooters a lot. We all know that.
Sure.
We all know that. But the shooting in that game was like phenomenal.
It was really good.
And I haven't played a game that felt really good shooting wise like that. I'm gonna be so for real. It's gonna be hilarious, right? Again,
Yeah.
not a gun guy. There's a game the Left 4 Dead creators made that flopped, and it was, I
Oh,
don't like
Back
the
4
game.
Blood?
Back 4 Blood. Say whatever you want about the game and the gameplay loop of that game. The guns in that game felt fucking amazing to shoot.
I've never played. You know what's interesting? I bought that game's Ultimate Edition and never played it.
Brother, I dare you. I dare you. Triple dog dare you. Load that game up. Play. Just go play a mission or something where you're shooting a lot. Go to the shooting range or whatever. The gunplay feels amazing.
That's tight.
Sadly, they fucked everything else up. The gameplay loop was trash. Like, the map was kind of boring, but man, the gunplay was great on that.
Yeah, I was popping up with a friend one time, and they were like, yo, what games do we have in common? We can play blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I don't know. We'll take a look and this and that. And she was like saying how like, oh, well, these are the ones that I have that I play a lot. And I was like, oh, okay, wait, Back 4 Blood. That's like Left 4 Dead, right? I used to do competitive Left 4 Dead. That's tight. I like that game. I like that game in premise already without even playing it. She's like, yo, it's tight. And I was like, I assume it's expensive. And she was like, yeah, it's really expensive. And I like looked on Epic and it was like $6 for the Ultimate Edition on like 95% off sale or something. And I copped it. And then like,
Just
we
never
just
played
didn't
it.
play or talk after that. Like she just like, she was busy doing some other thing. But like, yeah, I don't know. So I just never ended up opening that game. It was like 2.5 years ago or 2 years ago or something like that.
Brother,
So
I'll be
I
so
don't.
for real. I'll be so for real with you. I have another game that's kind of like, it's in the back of my head, and I would have put it on the list, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those games. I guess like an honorable mention, State of Decay 2.
I've heard the name.
State of Decay 2 was a zombie survival game. You could play it co-op or with friends, but the whole mechanic is you have a group of survivors that level up and you build a base. and there's multiple bases on the map for you to build the base.
Yeah,
and
I like
the
base builder.
have
sure.
like puzzle piece connections that you could like, you could put a water spout here, or you could do a guard tower in this puzzle piece of the map or of the base. It was really cool. I loved the concept of that game. It just had a lot of bugs in the multiplayer, so that's I kind of put that down a rung because I was like, the gameplay really isn't that great, but like the concepts of everything they were trying to do was what I always wanted in a survival game sense, and they haven't been able to do. And State of Decay 3 is in like development hell for like 10 years. It's been a while. They haven't been able to release it, obviously.
Crossing fingers.
What's your last couple games for your top 5?
Oh my goodness. Super Metroid, definitely one of them. I think Super Metroid executed really, really well on I mean, it's not like gameplay exactly, but it really executed really well on atmosphere. Like you felt very isolated. It felt like ominous. You know what I mean? But also, every time you got a power up in that game, it would take you to like a power up screen ? Where it would like list all of the shit you had.
Okay.
So to like list your different beams and list your like different jumps and all this stuff.
Sure.
And if you it doesn't teach you this. There's nothing in the game that tells you to do this. But if you manually toggle off a bunch of powers, you'll randomly gain a super move.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so like your beams like stack. You know what I mean? Like you'll start with like the lemon gun, and then you'll get like the big charge gun, and then you get the wavy one that shoots little balls, and there's like the ice gun and the spacer beam and whatever the other ones are, you know? But if you like turn all of them off except charge and like one other one, whichever one you choose, wave or ice, doesn't matter, just charge +1 and nothing else, you get like a super version of that gun.
Oh, that's kind of tight.
Yeah, and they all do different shit. So like the super ice gun, when you charge it up, it like makes like icicles float around you and damage everything. And when you charge up like the electric gun, it like does this big rippling mega laser. But yeah, they don't tell you anything about that. You just have to find it on your own, and I think that's really fascinating. So there's like an X-ray thing on your helmet that like scans walls. It's tight. Exploration is goated. And in terms of like teaching the player without words or tutorials exactly how the game works, that game is a masterclass in teaching you, hey, this is how you play in the next 10 minutes. We're not going to tell you, but now you know. You're welcome. So really good at that.
You know, I'm surprised that a certain game hasn't made it on the list. A certain series that you really enjoy. Now, I wonder, is that because you don't really find it as like a top level kind of game? Or is it coming?
I'm interesting. Maybe.
What's your next game?
Because I have 2 more off dome for the 5.
Oh, I thought you had 1 more. What are the 2?
Yeah, it was Monster Sanctuary and Super Metroid and that first one I said. Fuck.
Yeah, you said Monster Sanctuary. So you have 2. You're 3 in, right?
Yeah, 3 in.
So the last 2.
There's 2 more for the top 5. Yeah.
Yeah. What are those 2?
Smash Melee. Smash Melee was the first one I said. And
yeah. Smash. Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. And yeah. So Street Fighter, specifically Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Okay.
That game is again a masterclass in execution in terms of the tools you have available and like how to use them, and like what they even like do. I wish I could explain in such granular detail, but we would be here for 12 hours. But it was like, I'll keep this as brief as possible. But like the psychology of fighting games has always been so fascinating to me.
Okay.
And not just from a player perspective, but from a design perspective, there's like trade-offs that maybe are not obvious at first glance. Like you might think to yourself in a fight, I don't know if you really have much of a fighting game background playing like offline or on your own or with homies or anything, but
I don't, and all the information I have is what you've talked about, and that's like certain abilities having a reach limit, and you have a
Right.
hitbox in certain areas, and sometimes
Right.
that hitbox is smaller in some certain cases, right? And like some
Yeah.
characters have like bigger hitboxes because they're like a bigger model or something. So it's like
Right.
you're able to capitalize on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
you kind of told me. And then like the what is it you were talking about, like was it like move queuing or something where you're able to like
Oh, input buffering? Yeah, yeah,
input,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So
where
like
like you
that
can
kind
hit
of
a button
stuff.
and it just remembers that you did that
Yeah,
for up to like however many frames, and the
yeah,
execution window like happens. Yeah, 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 yeah. So like beyond that, right? The thing that I think is really fascinating
sure.
is like blocking in fighting games,
Okay.
right? Um, mm, so early Mortal Kombat, you had to hold down a block button.
Kind of
Like it
like
was like,
Smash has like the block
yeah, like the
button and
shield.
the
Like you hold
shield.
block, you get
Yeah.
the bubble. Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then when you're holding the block button, you can't move. You're blocking. You know what I mean? Whereas Street Fighter does not have a block button. If you want to block, you have to hold away from your opponent on the D-pad. But block only happens if they're attacking. If they're not attacking you actively, back on the D-pad makes you walk backwards. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the trade-off is that if you want to be defensive, you have to give up like real estate on the screen. Either you only block when
Oh,
absolutely necessary, or you're walking your ass into the corner because you're playing like a pussy.
sure. That makes sense.
Right. And then Street Fighter 3 Third Strike introduced a new layer beyond that called parry, where you have a frame window. I don't recall the frame window off the top of my head. I think it's like 3 or 6. I wish I could remember. But you have this frame window where instead of hitting back and holding it down to block an attack, and you take like a little bit of chip damage and you're like stuck in your block animation or whatever, you can hit forward right when you're getting hit and it negates the entire attack, no chip damage, and you get to hit the opponent for free. So like it's way harder to execute, but you can just like, I'm not gonna block, I'm just gonna keep walking in your face, idiot. And if you
Oh, so
time
they
well, you're rewarded by not only not giving up real estate, but you don't lose a little health on block, and you can be really aggressive. So
sure.
like,
So if your timing
yeah,
is like really accurate, you can really fuck somebody up
yes,
without being defensive. Technically, like your guy, it's like a
right,
fast defense.
yes, it's
Technically,
like perfect defense. Yeah, 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 yeah. So like,
interesting.
what you end up getting the option to do. Also, there's like high parry, low parry, and air parry, and they're like different. So you have to, like, if you want to use it, you don't just need good timing. You need to know how the opponent's moves work. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like if they're doing like a high punch, you have to parry high. If you're getting kicked in the shins, you have to parry low. If you're getting hit overhead, you have to jumping parry.
Okay. Makes
So
sense.
it's and you can't really react to stuff in that kind of like human reaction time is about a quarter second, which is 15 frames because most games are 60 frames a second, right? So anything that's like significantly faster than 15 frames is also significantly faster than human reaction time. A jab is only like 4 frames. So if
Sure.
you're parrying a 4-frame jab, you're like seeing the future or playing predictively. And if you're doing that prediction game, like you feel like such an unstoppable monster the whole time. You feel if you jab a parry and then kick somebody's ass off of it, you feel like a god immediately.
And I'm
Instantly.
sure too, like a fighting game, if you're like competitively, for instance, it's kind of
Mm.
like football. You're probably watching tape of the guy playing
Yes.
because they probably have like a certain fighting style. So then
Yes.
you're trying to, just like you do in football, you watch the tape to see, the team does this, or they have this signal, or this signal means they're doing this play, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
correct.
you're watching for a sign to go, oh, I can parry here. He's not going to notice. I'm going to, fight back or
Right.
whatever.
That's exactly right. And part of
Interesting.
the player psychology of fighting games, specifically Street Fighter Alpha 3 or Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, excuse me. They do this really well. Moves are very like clean and fluid looking.
Sure.
The animation in that game is incredible, which isn't part of why it's on this list at all, but it just as an aside.
Yeah.
But they specifically have they designed the game in a way where you are intended to be able to, like, there's not that many attacks per person. You know what I mean? Like, Chun-Li only has one super at a time. There's two you can pick from, but you only have one in game. You have to pick one or the other. So when you are getting in there, you don't have to worry about like 500 different moves. You can just get used to and be ready for like those like couple of things that are coming through. So like training your opponent or like predicting your opponent, these are things that they like gave you a lot of like real estate to do psychologically, because the pool of attacks you have to deal with is so tiny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and then other people, it's true that people do have just individual play styles. Like, what if you watch like Justin Wong play Third Strike or Daigo Umehara play Third Strike, you like know with no camera, with no name, you'll be like, oh, that's Chun-Li Turtle style, that's Jay Wong right there, baby. Like, you just know. So
Yeah.
that's definitely one of them. And then it'd be hard to say for the last one. It would either be, it's a kind of a toss-up for that last slot between probably Genshin Impact or Capcom versus SNK 2.
Now this is kind of crazy to me personally, knowing you and how much you love certain games.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, like, what did you think I was gonna, like, what were you surprised I didn't say?
Well, you highly talk about Pokemon. And I understand there's so many games it would be hard to like pinpoint. Maybe there's not a game that has every mechanic you like in one particular game, so you can't really pick one. But it would seem to me, knowing you for so long, that would be a game that would be highly up there for you, just not even like graphic wise, but just gameplay loop wise. So to hear that it didn't get picked.
Yeah, no, I don't think it makes top like 7 necessarily.
Really?
Yeah, mechanically, strictly mechanically, gameplay wise. Yeah, because I'll tell you what,
sure,
Pokemon, in whatever generation, you know, I guess it'd be 9 in this instance because I'm playing the most. But this applies probably to like Pokemon, like 5 through 9, just all of them. Maybe not 7, but like, you know.
Yeah.
The thing about Pokemon that's really interesting is like the dance of it, the PvP of it. You know what I mean? Like like the reads and like making predictions and like the tools you have access to are really fascinating.
So you don't necessarily, Pokemon for you isn't like ever going to be a top 5 game, but it's like you kind of compare it to itself. You're not comparing it to like other games as like a top contender. You kind of compare Pokemon games versus other Pokemon games in how good they are.
Yeah, right? Gameplay wise, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, this might shock you. I don't like Pokemon games as a one-player experience. I think they're all kind of bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because most Pokemon games can be simplified to hold the A button down.
Awesome. I'm going to remember this.
That's really funny. Yeah, I'll never defend a Pokemon game. Maybe 9. Maybe the open world one. Maybe Sword and Shield. Maybe. But probably not. But in terms of the gameplay loop, yeah, I wouldn't defend Pokemon as a one-player experience. There's a couple of things they do that are fascinating, like game to game. But like Pokemon is really interesting in that the games are developed concurrently.
Sure.
So like when they were working on like Diamond and Pearl for the DS, a totally different other team that was not sharing notes was working on the Generation 2 remakes on DS, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And as a result, all the really good mechanics in Diamond Pearl and all the really good mechanics in Heart Gold Soul Silver had no crossover because those teams did not work together at all.
Yeah, that kind of happens with the developers for Assassin's Creed too. Because there's so they have like the new trilogy, which is like the huge, massive open world games.
Yeah.
And in one of them, I think either the first one or the second one, they had an amazing cinematic camera system. And because the third game was made by a completely different developer, completely different version of the engine, they didn't have that cinematic camera. So while they are able to produce a good product, whatever, they are not able to keep, like, for instance, the cinematic camera because it's a totally different team. They probably didn't even know about it, probably didn't realize people enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and like the next game had this totally different cinematic camera. So you're making like probably a okay product, but you're not, when you do that, you're not making the best product you can make. You're not taking, like you said, like the good mechanics from that Pokemon game, putting it into the next one. You're kind of just making another product and hoping and slapping the same name on it with the same kind of mechanics, kind of, sort of, and like hoping for the best. Which is,
and Pokemon does that
dumb.
in spades. They're the kings of like mechanically throwing away stuff that everyone liked in the game before.
Oh, brother, yeah. I know that all too well.
Yeah. Like in Generation 6 XY for the 3DS, there was a friends list, and you could add people to the friends list, and their face on the bottom screen was just permanently there, and you could tap and hit like trade or battle just on your friend. It was so easy. Ask me how you do a Pokemon trade now in Generation 9. You'll lose your mind.
How?
You and your friend coordinatedly on a third-party chat service like Discord have to both manually input an 8-digit number on a keypad and hit search for trade partner at the same time and pray that no one else put in that same number and tried to trade their friend at the same time.
Brother, when I tell you, I think all Nintendo games are just like 20 years behind on like how to do online. I'm so fucking for real. Animal Crossing. Fucking terrible experience.
That shit.
I know it's like made for kids or whatever, but also adults are playing these games. In Nintendo,
the online is
it's
bad.
2025.
Yes.
I tried to play Smash with you that one time on stream, and I was like 20 milliseconds behind on fucking wire on Ethernet.
Yeah, and we're both wired, to be clear.
Yes.
Well, and it's
literally
worse than you think it is.
Zero lag in any other game.
It's worse than you think it is. Because Smash Ultimate on the Switch is specifically coded, to have a 12-frame delay online. It's almost a quarter of a second of deliberate, guaranteed delay online on purpose.
What is that in milliseconds? What's the MS on that?
One frame is 16 ms, so 16 times 12.
I'm too lazy to bring the calculator up.
192.
If I tried to play WoW on 192 ping,
it's basically 192 ping.
It would be tough. Like, it would be tough, but I'd manage. Anything more than that is unplayable.
Well, and keep in mind that's perfect built in. Then there's the actual player ping on top of that.
Yeah.
So if your ping was 10, you're still looking at 202 ping.
Ridiculous for a fight.
Awful.
Like for a PvE, PvP game would be tough.
Yeah.
For a fucking
for a fighting game, dog.
Real-time fighter game where you have multiple people you have to worry about.
Awful.
Fucked, actually, brother.
Awful, dude.
And I don't know
really
if they've like fixed things since then. I just know like I've played it multiple times and gone, this is fucking bad. I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah. Well, and it's even worse than you think it is, because there is an input buffer of also 12 frames, meaning that if you accidentally do 2 inputs, or if you do 1 input and then like, let's say the occasion is right for me to jab, and then I'm like, oh, psych, I need to jump. If I did a thing and hit jab, and then I realize, oh, I need to jump, but the jab hasn't come out yet, that jump won't happen. I'll just jab, because for 12 frames for 200 ms, it's remembering that jab input. Like, hey, you locked it in a quarter second ago. I hope you wanted it. Dog, I don't even know what's happening in the
crazy.
game for a quarter second because that's how much lag there is online. What do you
crazy.
mean?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Nintendo's. Like, I hope the Switch 2 brings like a better online platform at least. I don't know. It won't.
It will not.
It won't.
And I'll remind you, by the way, the Switch has a friends list. You can add friends on the Switch.
Yeah.
You know what happens if you add friends on Switch and then play Pokemon? Fucking nothing, because it doesn't look at your friends list. You can't trade with your Switch friends on Pokemon. You still just have to put in that fucking number.
The number is diabolical.
Yeah, and guess what? In the games before, it was a 4-digit number. You know how many motherfuckers are just putting in like 5555?
Yeah, it's tough, right?
There was like a really good chance when Sword and Shield came out in like, 2019 or whatever it was, there was like a really good chance that if you wanted to like snipe somebody's trade, not even a person in particular, just a person, you could just put in all 5s and hit trade at any time of day, and you'd probably connect to someone trying to trade their friend.
That's crazy. That's just tough. It's just tough to deal with. And like that's the thing about like Nintendo in general.
Yes.
Anything online they do.
Awful.
The fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like fucking terrible. Unplayable.
Yes.
Unplayable.
I'm going to ask you this question right now.
Impossible.
This is a real question I'm asking you.
Okay.
Did you know, were you aware that there is a Nintendo online companion mobile app that only works as a shitty Discord?
Yeah. They did.
That's fucking crazy.
And it's useless. The UI on it is almost impossible.
Yes. And the audio quality is bad. Just use Discord. It's free.
Yeah.
Just use Discord.
There are people. So I mod for other content creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
People come in stream sometimes, and they're like, "What's Discord?" Yeah. I'm like, brother. I had to tell someone what Twitch was the other day. I'll be so fucking for real.
That's wild.
Obviously, they were on a different platform. The person multi-streams. So I had to,
they weren't in stream asking what Twitch was. Which
they were in the stream, but on the other platform, TikTok. Going like, TikTok, of course, probably like 11, going, what's Twitch? I'm like, brother, how do we not know what Twitch? How are you gay? How do you know what Dead by Daylight is and you don't know what Twitch is? How do you not have a Discord, bro? It's connected to every console now. How do you not have a Discord?
I'll tell you how. They were 12.
Oh,
they were 12. That's the answer to that question.
Oh, it's so tough. It's like, how do we not know these things?
Man, I'll tell you what. We covered a lot of ground today, and there's still going to be people that don't know a lot of things.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, there's going to be people still confused about everything we talked about already. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People
Correct.
already didn't know what we were talking about, and then they're still going to not know what we're talking about.
We got a little wild. Maybe we were in there a little deep.
Got a little wet and wild. Got a little crazy with it. You know?
We were talking about face bugs a bit.
Yeah, I had one more thing to talk about, but like, honestly, we kind of covered so much.
We went crazy.
We did go kind of crazy. I am looking at that number. That's kind of crazy.
We went
That's kind of crazy, brother.
That just means I'll have to tune in next week for the thing we were going to talk about this week. Bang, baby. That's foreshadowing, son.
There you go.
You have to come around for episode 4+1?
True.
Over 2? Over 92 days?
True. Maybe? Question mark?
Are we committing to the Evangelion numbers? Are we doing that?
No, I don't think so. That's too much.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get roasted. We said
good.
episode 3 was last week. Actually, this week is episode 3.
This is the 4th episode, but episode number 3. Because we had an episode 0.
Because episode 0 is episode 0.
Right. It's the pilot. And then this is like the 3.
Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3.
So this is episode
and number we canonically, unfortunately,
3.
Unfortunately, no. We canonically call pilot in the pilot episode 0.
Well, yeah, of course.
So technically, then the next one's episode 1. The other one should have been episode 2.
Right.
You called it episode 3.
Did I say it was episode 3 or the 3rd episode?
Oh, episode 3.
Oh. Well, okay. Then this one's episode 2. And next week will be episode 4. And then we're fine. And then it's fine.
And then next week after that, episode 10, we just skipped through the filler, baby.
True. Yeah, that's right. We got rid of the filler for you guys. You're welcome. Imagine if I opened this episode like episode 7, baby.
Oh my God, that's the bit. It's just all on.
It's just a different number. That's the bit. It's just a different number.
Oh, God bless. God bless.
Oh, imagine.
But, well,
holy dude, we kind of popped off.
We did kind of pop off. Well, I think to save everyone else, I think it's time to.
I think we kind of wrap.
To the thing?
I think we wrap. I think we plug. I think we wrap. And then I think next week right?
Well, what do you got going on? What are your big plans upcoming week and weekend, all that kind of stuff? What you got planned out? What you doing?
Oh, brother, I'll tell you what, my boy. We got me and Babe are gonna hit that Genshin event we haven't touched yet. The new character dropped a little bit ago. It's like a special story for that. And then we're gonna be out here. I got to do meal prep. There's a firewood thing. We can talk about that later. That's not for stream. They don't care about that. But there's a firewood thing. You know what I mean? And then like little Babe's 6. I'll be taking care of her a little bit. And we've been watching Married at First Sight lately. We're on all reality TV kick, Lamau.
Sure.
So we're kind of on that, and then we I keep saying we gotta like get back to Supernatural. I'm trying to see what happens to Sam and Dean, baby, because I'm off that train. I didn't see that rest of that show.
I wanted you guys to watch fucking Beast Wars. You fucking pulled me in with the Beast Wars.
No, we're gonna be watching Beast Wars. I downloaded it. We're gonna be watching Beast Wars. Don't you worry,
liar.
Beast Wars is on the docket.
You're not using my Plex then. You liar. You
Well,
cheater,
I downloaded it before we talked about it. So
I'd be like that.
But I'll use the Plex instead. I'm just saying like there was a commitment made, is what I'm saying.
This is true. No, that's amazing.
But like Beast Wars gonna happen.
Beast Wars kind of crazy.
I think she's gonna be tilted. Bumblebee's not in it, but that's okay. There's Waspinator, even though that's not the same.
What anything stream wise you're doing? Any crazy stream stuff you're popping off on? You're kind of doing Pokemon right now. You're kind of doing
I've been going crazy on ranked Pokemon, trying to get back into the highest rank on that. And I'll tell you what, I'm getting kind of cooked, but like I got a lot of rust to shake off. I got a lot of learning to do. Pokemon is such a complicated game, dude. So that's I don't think it's like gameplay one of the most fun gameplay, whatever. It's not in the top 5, 7 order we said, but I do think it's probably the most intricate PvP experience that exists, period.
Sure.
End of sentence, for sure. So that's been a really fun. Yeah, so that's been a really fun learning experience, trying to get good at that. And then otherwise, we just kick in a movie night tonight in Discord. Obviously in my Discord to be watching Zombies 2, the Disney musical, not musical, Disney movie with music in it, ?
I'm the alpha. I'm the leader. No.
Dog, that movie went hard, right? Zombies 1 was tight.
Yo, I'm gonna say it. I went in there thinking it was kind of gonna be garbage. I was like, it's just gonna be shit. Shit.
But it was good.
It was kind of Disney shit, but it was like, all right, I got it. It's kind of cooks. If I was 14 watching it while playing WoW, during the summer, I'd be chilling,
It gave me Xenon and the Xenon Girl of the 21st Century,
bitch.
but with music though.
Oh, bitch. Let me tell you about Xenon. Me and Xenon go way back.
Oh, you know Xenon?
Zoom, you know Xenon, zoom. Got hit that boom, boom.
Hey, my boy. Well, Connor, what are you going on this week? What do you got going on, though?
Well, movie night, of course. I'm going to be there yapping with you. What else? Saturdays are going to be DVD and Enshrouded with the boy Sully Polly, like a roly-poly.
Love that.
What else do we got going on just throughout the week, going into next week? Yesterday the Enshrouded review came out. So
nice.
Pop that shit, on Steam, on the website, wherever you look at the movie. I mean, the game reviews out, they're there.
That's an all GG.
And then I guess going into next week, we're just doing a bunch of WoW, a bunch of Red Dead Redemption 2. We're on chapter 3.
Yeah.
Rootin', tootin', shootin' cowboys that are boys. And then that's the important thing. We're cowboys that are boys. That's the clip. That is the clip. But yeah. So we're doing all that, and we're just vibing out, enjoying, just being busy, just doing a bunch of, and then we're going to podcast next week. Right? Podcast is coming up.
Episode 9, baby.
We have the official, episode 10, episode 11. We have the official art drops today.
That's true. Official art did drop. That's right.
Yeah. We have the official art, and then Beau worked on a link tree, so we're gonna link all that up. So
we're putting together a link tree.
Next time you're in a stream, you're probably gonna see a new. If you look at our panels, you're probably gonna see a new panel you haven't seen before. That's the podcast. And I don't know. I'm just happy to be doing this little project.
I don't know if this is gonna change. I think the 2 cameras and Ivysaur is kind of tight. that might just stick around for a while. I don't know, but maybe we'll pretty it up. But I'm kind of into it.
Where's the Ivysaur at?
Background.
Oh yeah. Maybe. I mean, who knows? We might.
Who knows? Do we change it a little bit? Do we keep it? I don't know. But I don't hate it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'm sure we'll evolve over time, like a certain kind of.
Maybe
IP.
we'll work in a little more green and pink. You know what I mean? Get a little more branded with it or something.
Luckily, Fiverr artists for scenes are really cheap. So who knows? We might find a really good artist to work with that can incorporate things and stuffs. Maybe not. Who knows? Might be looking a little more official.
That custom art. It's your boy, Say a Night Flatface.
Brother. Fuck. Hey, and I am a Sea Dog Round Face, baby. Like a bowling ball.
I'm going to say this right now.
Sure.
I like that art a lot.
I do too.
I like that art a lot.
No. Can I tell you, I was very nervous. I get anxious a lot.
Sure.
And, I've been anxious about doing this. So I'm like, brother, if we put out like a good product in it or like a mid product and we don't have like something really great to capture people and be like, great art, it all starts with the eyes.
It all starts
with the eyes.
That's right.
And if you fucking look at some mid-ass art, you're going to be like, fuck that shit. That shit's kind of fire. That art's kind of fire.
Sure. I agree.
I
will also say, in addition, and I'm staring to audio listeners, I'm looking directly down the barrel of the camera right now. Audio listeners, I'm staring into your soul. They did make me look like Jay Muse from Jay and Silent Bob. I do look a little bit like Jay Muse. My face is rounder than that. If you're watching on Twitch, you already know. If you're an audio listener, you don't know. I am fatter than that.
Brother, I told you if you wanted changes, I could have told him. Like
I don't want to change it.
I think
don't want to change
really good. You don't want to change it. You like the chisel chin.
I do. It's aspirational.
Okay. Oh, okay. You want to actually transform.
I think it's interesting that it happens to look like Jay Muse. It's just like an observation. but I was like, damn, he was very flattering.
Very flattering. If anybody wants to see it, if anyone's interested, you can definitely check it out on the website. You can check it out on either of our channels. You can check it out probably in our Discords. It'll be everywhere. I mean,
that's right.
And if you think it's cool, leave a cool 5-star review because that's kind of tight. That kind of helps us. Little algo hitting, that kind of helps us. And thanks for supporting the podcast. It's just a fucking bunch of random yapping and having a good time.
Send it to your stepdad. He'd have a really fun time with it.
Sometimes a little disagreement every now and then, and we don't really get mad at each other, but we just kind of don't understand each other sometimes, and
I barely understand.
That's English. Okay. That happens sometimes a little bit. And how do we end this one? Because we kind of did the kind of cut off last week. How we end it?
Is there a fade out option?
No, but we could do just
we had in post. We can add a fade out. I'm sure.
Or hear me out.
I'm hearing.
We say we're going to count down from 5 and end it at 1, but I'm going to end it at 3.